Well, the computer paper is on its way, which is good news. As far as where am I gonna put this printer, I'm not sure yet. Um, I have to figure out that eventually too. So, but the paper I need for it is coming now. That's the good news. Yeah, it's good news. Yep. So we have paper coming. Today it's coming by FedUps. I don't like to deal with FedUps, aka FedEx. I actually, well, it doesn't say delivery through signature confirmation required. Yeah, well, the last time I received packages by FedUps, I was able to leave the door open so the guy could slip the package in the doorway, and I can't do that anymore. Well, I don't know if that's. I haven't even called animal control since that incident. I actually wonder if they really heard anymore. I think it was partially a troll. Um, because like, how in the hell did they even know it was you or Cat how to reach your phone number? And it was real people, but I wonder if somebody may have basically known you, called, and just complained. That could be. So we don't know what the real story is with that, but that was about a month ago, and we're still waiting from the Cumberland Farms as well. I did remind customer service that I'm still waiting for the manager to get back to me. Yeah, well, I was thinking about that. There's a big brown albatross sitting right here called a couch. It's if we could get that couch out of here, we could have. Where'd you put it? Oh, I don't know where to put it. Good morning, David S. How you doing today? Yeah, that's just it. I need, if I get the couch out of here, we're gonna need a couple strong men to pick it up. I'm talking about the brown couch, but also a couple strong men to bring it to the landfill, which may not be an option for me because I can't carry it. I don't have a truck to put it in. They make a little computer table that has wheels that might actually fit underneath this desk, so I could actually stash it underneath my desk when I'm not using it. It's not that small. No, it's not that short. No. But maybe we can find something. But anyway, what I could do. Let me suggest this to me last night because I said I was looking for a riser to rise the printer up so I can put the paper underneath it. And she said, "Remember those couch risers you bought for the couch for Ed? Well, why couldn't you put one of them on each corner of the printer and rise it up a bit so you can stick the paper underneath?" And that's not a bad idea. Looks like shit. That might work. Yeah. Yeah, that might work. So, but I think the most frustrating thing is that neither me nor my cat have really been outside at all. I haven't been out because the weather's been kind of cruddy, and today the weather is going to be halfway decent. It's going to be high of about 22 degrees Celsius or about 72. And I really kind of want to be outside. And I still got about $41 in cash. When I say cash, I mean actual paper money. Which someone says, why don't you save it so that when your hair appointment you have money to get your hair done? And that's not a bad idea. I like that idea a lot, actually, because that means I wouldn't have to go to the ATM except shake it for $20, which would be good. But at the same time, I feel the fat just oozing. Actually, it's hard to say. You haven't changed your eating habits. Actually, since you've been staying at home, you've actually been eating less. Yes. So you would think you'd feel the fat oozing the other way, inward. Would think so. Yeah. Not too good, but doing a little bit better than I was. Oh, is that because of your knee? Yeah. I'm holding on there. So I got what else you got going on? Well, we're gonna be working on the other song, the new song, the video of based on I haven't either, David. That's the part that sucks. I need my sunlight. It's good for my bones and good for my temperament. And I really I haven't gone out because I really had no reason to go out. And I think that's the one thing that I do find kind of interesting is that I've been staying in the house for so much. But I also know if I'm getting cabin fever, I bet the cat is definitely getting cabin fever too, because he hasn't been outside to see his kitty friend. He hasn't been out to see any friends. He's just been sitting in the house too, going, man, this sucks. I have perfectly good windows, and I've been too sick to go. I'm sorry about that. Well, for the last few days, it's been so chilly that no one wanted to open the windows. Trust me. Finally, we got the weather is going to be mild today. Coming up next week, the next Wednesday, we're going to be 17 temperatures close to normal of about 28 degrees Celsius, which is going to be great because although it keeps changing. First, it was going to be 28, 29. Then the next thing you know, it's like, no, it's going to be only 27 degrees. Next day, it's going to be 26. Then it goes back to 28. It's like, make up your mind, guys. Come on. I know it's next week's forecast, but you guys have gotten pretty good with your models. You probably should be able to figure it out by now. So, oh well, here we are. It's just what Wednesday. So next week it's gonna be warmer, but is it gonna require air conditioning? That's the question. I'm probably gonna say not yet. Not yet. But eventually the air conditioner should be in the window. But not only by now, this time of year, it would be in. But this year, unlike last year, and ChatGPT confirmed it, it's not been that warm on the East Coast. In fact, because of the trends analysis and studying the weather patterns it looks like we're not going to see any significant heat wave action until maybe mid-August, or maybe August earliest. That's any significant action. Good morning, Grace. How are you doing today? Alright, let's get the panel open before I forget. It's HVR. And, so you're gonna buy, even though you got ribbon is sort of okay, you're gonna be buying more ribbon soon. I gotta get some appropriate lubricant for that printer because I think, even though it doesn't feel like it's clean. Now, I did some last summer. Asked the guy downstairs how many times my air conditioner rained on top of his car. I bet he started saying, "Oh, thank God it's not been raining on my car lately." Now, see, that woman in her bucket is not basically dumping water on top of my nice Ram truck. Nothing wrong with having nice stuff, but it's like, yeah, I see some of that analysis. I think the IPCC can go stuff it, as far as I'm concerned. Good for me, bad for the IPCC. It's the middle of May, and I have my electric fires on. How's that for funny? You know what my electric bills give me during, right? Hey, I'm sorry, you're going up to pay me. I want more. Your rate's going up. Give me more. Shut up already. I'm not giving you any more than I am. You already get enough out of me. Oh, she got older. That's all I can tell you. She's still pushing it, but she's, speaking of that, whatever happened to AOC and the Green New Deal? I think she's kind of went underground because I think she realized that people are starting to see through their control tactics. That's why. How you doing, NASQ? Good morning to you. Good morning. Yeah, that's just it. The West Coast is getting a lot of the heat. And Texas is barbecuing like a Texas barbecue should be. And though the heat is going to try to slow the incursion into the East Coast, there's a cold front that is blocking this. That's not going to allow the warm, hot air to come in very quickly. It doesn't mean that we may not get any warm days. It just means that it's going to take longer to get here. How long is it going to stay here after Wednesday? I can't tell you. I can tell you I'm not seeing temperatures that are going to be heat busting records. Yeah, so was Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, too. AOC was interesting. I mean, she had the cutest face and the cutest eyes, but the thing is, her attitude stunk bad. She needed attitude deodorant. Attitude deodorant. I like that. Attitude deodorant spray. For those people whose attitude that stinks just too much. The World Economic Forum has been put in shambles. They realize that the one world order economic system is not going to work out. People are starting to get up and go, haven't I heard from you before? Yep, I've heard from you before. I don't like you. Yeah, exactly. Brian K wants to know, Nats, if you blocked me on Discord and banned me from your Discord. In other words, he wanted to know if you blocked me from Michelle's Discord and your own Discord. Yes, she did. She did so. Her own horse, her mother's horse, and I believe her horse as well. I mean, the thing that bothers me when you start talking about these political people is like, some of the stuff that they say is valid, but the problem is some of the stuff they're saying is not necessarily based entirely on what's really happening. Some of it's an agenda. Well, we need to tell everybody that we have to basically do the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle, and begin mandates and say it must be done this way. I do the 3 R's, but I don't do it because someone told me I have to. I do it because I choose to. And we have a whole apartment full of it. How much of the stuff in this place should have been thrown out years ago and still here? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Printer from 1991, another printer from 2004. Couple computers sitting in the corner that probably could easily be turned into another bulletin board system. I'm glad you brought that up. There's possibility that we could start up another dial-up bulletin board. Seriously, kill me now. You're right, you need a bulletin board like a hole in the head. You do not need a bulletin board. I tell you, Kitty, how you doing? Panels open. HVR. That'd be a mere colossal waste of money. Well, guess what? What? If we set up a bulletin board using Maximus on a dial-up line, be sitting there vacant, just like the old Bill example from the Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a Bill sitting on Capitol Hill. No. It's I agree with you in one sense, but in another sense I don't agree with you. I don't think you need to set up a computer bulletin board. One, that thing is gonna suck your power meter like a porn star. No, that's true. Oh, baby. I want all your kilowatt hours. That says, Chris, where you live is gorgeous. I get why you love it so much. It is. It's nice. And it's just too bad that there's no way the people who can't drive can't live there. Yeah. I mean, people don't realize in the 21st century, if you cannot drive because your eyesight sucks, you are limited in your capabilities of transporting yourself from place to place. And I would love to be able to have the freedom to go where I want. You know, born free as the wind blows. I get it. You get it. I don't know anything about this person. Since you're the first person to mention this, Chris, why don't you give me a little bit of 411 on that? Because no one else has brought it up to my attention. Oh. Oh, I see. I can't go out to distant woods of Oregon or Washington State for that matter. Well, anyway, so where's the paper is coming today by FedUps, and which gets me fed up because if I'm gonna have to go through that boomerang game again, I'm gonna be more than upset. You want me to go through all this crap for a $49 box of printer paper? It doesn't say anything about signature requirement. Yeah, I know. I could take the train. I could take the bus to Central Row in Hartford, then take the Amtrak going to, Oregon or Seattle, or Portland, Oregon. It's possible. I'm not doing a video specifically on the paper. I did try to do a video yesterday, but it kind of came out kind of terrible. So I'm gonna try to work on it today. I do put out videos, but they take me longer because I try to plan them carefully so that they don't look too crazy. I used to do videos at Cumbies, and since that fiasco, I haven't done anything like that lately. Now, of course, I can't leave the door open and go outside, and I know Rusty would love to get some air too. Both of us need to get rid of our cabin fever, and I would just finish replacing a door. Okay. On an appliance or in a building? Well, that doesn't mean why it couldn't be fast food delivery. It just means it take longer. Like Roy Rogers. Yeah, like Roy Rogers, slow down for slow food. Pretty much. Besides that, I really don't have a real reason to go out. I really don't. I have the basic things I need in the house here. But yeah, it's kind of a combination of both, actually. I don't have a reason to really go out, and I do feel bad for the cat. Yeah. Fridge store, okay, that makes sense. Good morning, Golden Girl. How you doing today? Now, did you and Craig Senior have a good discussion since yesterday? Because I know he mentioned that you did text him. Did you guys talk about anything yesterday, Golden Girl, that you feel you can talk about on the show? I'm just curious. Panel's open. It's HVR. Okay. I don't have any room for you. Unless. Oh! Wait a minute. If I'm thinking this right, could you stay with Craig Sr. in his motorhome and Craig Sr. may be able to work with Golden Girl to park his motorhome on her 14 acres of land, which means you would have a place to live that moves. That would be now. That's where Chris said this could work out. But first, I wanted to see how with Golden Girl and Craig Senior have been talking about. Cena said not many have gone the extra mile that you've shown. You talking about me trying to reach out to Cumberland Farms, or are you talking about something else? He was driving. I was waiting for him to text me back. After him, I texted drive safely. Okay, here comes Tiger Kitty. Hold on, let me get the cursor over there. Where is it? Right there. I see it. Okay, admit one. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing good, thank you. I hope you are too.
I am, for the most part.
And good morning, everybody in the side chat.
Okay.
Ooh, still chilly here, Michelle. What's your weather report?
It's supposed to be about 22 degrees Celsius today. 21, 22 degrees Celsius.
Is that warm or not?
Well, it's a little, but almost the same as yesterday. But I didn't get a chance to go outside and do anything yesterday, except take out the garbage. Because Rusty tried to sneak out when I went downstairs to bring out the garbage. Because I can't pull my kitchen door closed unless I carry my keys with me because it locks behind me.
Right. So you got out, you mean?
So he almost went out too. Okay, this Golden Girl. How you doing, Golden Girl?
Good
morning.
I'm doing alright. So you did manage to type or text to Craig Senior, but he didn't really. It didn't get back to you after he said to drive safely.
Well, I did text him this morning too, so we'll
He's not
see
answering? Is he not answering?
Well, yesterday he said he was driving, so I said drive safely. Take care of yourself.
Is he on the way to yours?
Well, you don't know my address yet. I mean, I did text him this morning asking him where he was.
Okay. Well, maybe he can pick up Krista and have her stay with him for a while in his motorhome.
That's up to him.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He's not here to ask him yet.
Let's not be palming people off with people, but
Yeah, I know
try and
that.
help Krista out in our own way, and then we'll help everyone out as we can. Can't really expect Craig to
Take on extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am honest to God heartbroken for that guy.
So am I.
Literally heartbroken.
So am I.
Michelle. I've known him a long time. We've known him a long time, and he's gone from.
He was doing really well for a while before his wife was diagnosed with senile dementia.
And that's just wiped his whole world out.
Yeah. He used to work. He was working at Lowe's. He was well respected at Lowe's. He had it as a side job, and he was enjoying his work. He felt like he was enjoying his semi-retirement.
Yeah, he had it all. It seemed like he had it all.
And then, unfortunately, when his wife got diagnosed with senile dementia, his whole life just took a nosedive because he couldn't get anyone to help him afford the care that he wanted his wife to have. He wanted her to be able to keep the house. He worked hard to find the medical doctors that helped treat his wife with advanced treatments that costed him so much money. And
it's heartbreaking, Michelle. It literally hurts my heart when I think back about Craig. Literally hurts my fucking heart. Sorry, I swore. It's justified.
He loved his wife so much that he wanted her to have.
And then to have to put her into a home, Michelle. He's put her into.
I took care of a lot of people that dementia.
Yeah, and, my grandfather had it.
They were married couples, so I saw what it would do to their spouse. So that was a hard choice for him to put.
Oh yeah.
Into a home. Well, maybe I'll hear back from him today.
So he ended up basically losing the house, went into foreclosure, but he had to put his wife in a nursing home, but the nursing home would have taken the house anyway. So
yeah, they would have.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. It really is.
Next, I always try to tell the person that the spouse that it's another chapter of their life. Try to stay positive.
Yeah. But he's been. If you would have been around back in the day, Craig was always the one that came in, and like Michelle would have no money. She didn't used to get much donations in the beginning when I first come around. She didn't get any actually.
No, I didn't.
Craig would always be the one. If you got your eye drops, Michelle, if you got your eye drops, all right.
He even helped out Ed a couple times by buying some of his train stuff from him. And
yeah, he did. He bought train shit from Ed, eye drops for you, all sorts for you.
He did. Yeah,
think of it. When he had a few extra $1, and then he ends up like this. It's just heartbreaking to me. There's no friggin' help for the guy.
Oh. I don't know if Golden Girl's taking Craig Sr. in or not yet. That's between the two of them.
Well, she's going to let him stay on her land, which is absolutely.
Basically, he's going to be allowed to park his motorhome
really
on her
an
land.
Angel woman.
Golden. No, he by the way is a Cancer zodiac sign. But he's the kind of Cancer that would give you the shirt off his back.
And so is Golden. Heart of gold, both of them. So they should be all right together.
Right.
Craig's funny as well. He smokes cigarettes. He's not uppity. He's a really nice guy.
Right, exactly, Chris. That's what Craig wanted to do too. The problem is that her care was getting to be so expensive that he wasn't getting any help. Even the Veterans Administration wouldn't give him the help that he needed for his wife. And he was a veteran of the United States.
He used to fly
He was in the Air Force.
aeroplanes in the Army, in the Air Force. And look now he's in a camper van. It's so wrong. It really is so wrong.
That's still a problem when you start dealing with the fact is that the veterans of this country are not really treated as well as some might think.
Very true.
Yeah, hey Trista, and I know you're in the same boat, and Tina as well. This has not been a good year for some people, Michelle. It really
no,
hasn't.
it hasn't. What's the story with Tina? I know about the house in foreclosure. I know about that. And now Tina's dealing with another situation, which was with George.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, just as much heartbreaking as between Craig and his wife. Where, in one sense, George isn't really. She would love to have helped George at home, but because of his special needs, she can't.
Right. Michelle, I think we need a blessing. Bless all these. Bless
Let's make
everybody.
a very generic one for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every single person here gets the blessing.
All right. For everyone that is suffering with hardships in your lives, may you find the rainbow that makes your life better. I mean, we all want the rainbow. We all know we do.
Thank you, Michelle. I hope that blessing touches everybody.
I hope so.
We need something good. Can someone have a baby or something around here? We need some good news. I wasn't mean you.
Well, how about the fact that Gimme Fairy played with us last night in Turtle Wow?
Well, that's amazing. That's fantastic news.
Okay, let's give a quick recap for Nads. Okay, first of all, Craig Sr.'s wife, as you know, has senile dementia. Okay, he was taking care of his wife at home. Her medications or her medical care was costing an arm and a leg. It cut into his savings account. He didn't have a lot of funds. He fell behind in the mortgage. He couldn't pay his mortgage in full. The bank foreclosed on him. So right now, he had no choice but to put his wife in a nursing home and then to take advantage of the fact he still had his motorhome so he could travel. But he really doesn't have a full-time place to put his motorhome. So I am Golden Girl suggested that maybe since she's got 14 acres, that maybe he can park his motorhome on her property. It's out
She's a wonderful. Everyone stop a minute and appreciate Golden, who doesn't really know Craig, by the way.
No, she doesn't. And I say thank you, Craig. Golden Girl for.
He used to be bigger part of the show, I think. Yeah, in the past, he'd be on panel a lot.
He's an older man. I'm sure that you would probably understand what it's like to be a 75-year-old man living in a motorhome.
I mean, it's fine living in a motorhome, Michelle, but until the winter comes.
Oh,
I've had an RV. I'm telling you, it's like sitting in a tin can when it's cold, and they get condensation. Oh, it was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
He'll have to go to a hot climate.
He's definitely going to have to figure out the long-term solution. I think he does know that. He is a former Air Force. I think he knows priorities, what he's got to do. It's going to give him at least 6 months to try to come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Not quite 6 months, maybe more like 4 months. But anyway, the point is he's gonna have some time to come up with a plan. Krista is gonna be homeless. She's staying at a place temporary, but she wants to find a place that's good for her too.
We need 2 homes for 2 people so far. That's quite a lot.
Maybe 3 because of Tina.
Oh. Tina as well. And then you want to move.
Tina
Oh,
is
my
at
God.
the risk of being foreclosed on as well. She is going to consider selling her one house. But thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Thank you.
I think Tina's situation is a little bit more difficult. Whether she can sell that house. I don't know whose name. What's going on over there?
Lucia says, I'm waiting to propose a collaboration that could bring multiple mutually benefit us. You as a streamer, my goal is to keep talented streamers like yourself reach wider audiences.
Yeah, we haven't got any money, sorry.
Sorry, we don't really have the kind of money to finance your career.
This is a low budget show. It doesn't get much lower budget than this show.
Terry did say something here. Let's say someone said, okay, Florida RV park is what I suggested, $50 ish a month for hookups and a plot. Yeah, but then again, I don't know if Craig really wants to go to Florida because the fact is it's so congested right down there. It's so overpopulated.
More like the fact his whole family is near New York.
Exactly, that too.
Wife is in New York. He's got to visit her. I should think he doesn't want to get too far away from. I don't know. I just don't know.
Where is he currently located?
Long
I
Island.
know it's a bot, but I'll still be honestly nice to
his
a bot.
house was on Long Island, I think. Wasn't it, Michelle? Was his house on Long Island?
Well,
Yeah,
it was on
beautiful
Long Island.
place on Long Island.
I don't care if it's a bot or not. I'll still be nice to it. Yeah, you could go there for the winter time. Or maybe you can go to Texas because I'm sure you know Texas is actually cheaper than Florida. Because of the fact that Florida is extremely overpopulated. The taxes have gotten really extremely high. A lot of people in Florida are going to Texas now. The land is cheaper. The weather's still nice, and he could easily go down and hang out in near Gitche even if he wanted to.
Yeah, I'm going to call. He's welcome to park it here for a few weeks if he wants to. I'm good because I'm like in the middle of. If he wants to go to Florida or somewhere like that, he can swing by me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can put a wood stove in a motorhome. Our people have done that. They build custom motorhomes. RV heat wood stoves just for that purpose. They're not that hard to make, but they should be made sure it's installed in accordance with the proper fire and safety code.
Michelle, at his age, he needs somebody. It's just every time I think of it, I get upset. He needs somewhere. At his age, he's worked all his bloody life, Michelle. He's been in the army, and he still doesn't have somewhere to call home.
Air Force. It was not in the Army. It was in the Air Force.
Same difference.
Different branch, but yes. Point is, he is an honorably discharged veteran. He served in the Vietnam War, and there's no reason in heaven's name why he has to be treated so poorly.
Yeah, Krista wants a room.
Wrong. Yes, Michelle, you can park an RV on grass. You would just have to keep moving every so often so it doesn't sink into the dirt. Well, if he's really worried about his motorhome, he could always go ahead, put down a couple of exterior grade pieces of plywood down as a lot spot, and then park his motorhome on top of that. Or he could park it next to your brother's house or mobile home. Maybe he can even share propane together.
Why would they do that? I don't know. It doesn't help that Craig's always been a lovely guy. He feels a bit more of an arsehole, maybe. But he's
He's a
not.
wonderful
He's such
person.
yeah, and oh. And I've witnessed him be so nice to you, Michelle. So generous, so kind.
Well, I know Golden Girl and Craig Sr. could work it out. Because I think
He's no bother. He wouldn't even know he's there. I give it that.
he just wants to basically be able to have a safe place to park his home. Then why not? If she's got 14 acres, maybe he might be able to park it in the woods in the back. And just score out a little area for his, his motorhome. Go ahead, borrow a weed whacker, cut off some down the weeds that you're not using in the backyard and that part of the yard, and he could use it too. If you really wanted to really keep away from everybody. I don't know what your plans are, if it's going to do that. But then that's between you two. That way, it's a nice spot. If they can work it out, that's great. But now as far as the Tina situation, I don't know what we can do about Tina. I don't know what we can do with Krista either.
Krista, I've tried looking for Krista. The only two places I found she didn't like that were in a price range.
I told her realistically she may have to leave Connecticut. Because Connecticut is so tied up for the sanctuary and the illegals.
Well, rather than be homeless, wouldn't you grab one of the places I gave her that was 600, even though it was in Bridgeport or whatever? Just stay there. Don't go out and just look for someone else for 6 months. You only need to get a 6-month lease. Tide you over.
Well, that's true, Michelle, but I'm sure that he wouldn't necessarily want to totally run the gas out because that runs his generator. So he still needs fuel for his generator. Green Thing and I are looking at Florida at an acre of cheap land on an island outside of St. Petersburg, sort of a remote southern home base where we can build a dock and put in a yurt. Oh, okay. I know what a yurt is. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I wish you luck with that. At least you're not going to worry about freezing your butt skis off. I've seen people building yurts all the way up in Alaska. Yeah, he could do that too. And there's nothing wrong with that, Stan. He could do that. He's already living in his motorhome, so traveling isn't necessarily going to be impossible for him to do.
One of them rainy days, huh?
Yeah, it's horrible. It's been like that. It's going to be like that all week here.
I haven't checked it. I know it's raining here, and it's a little chilly. Thinking about getting a sweater on.
It is chilly
It's
here.
partially overcast here, but it's not raining right now, though.
It's drizzly here.
Yep, here too.
Michelle, it doesn't say I'm never going to move. Okay, it's right now, I'm not the one that needs to worry about being forced to move. Thank God. For right now, I'm safe where I am right now. I'd like to move, but I'm not being forced to move. See the difference?
Yeah, but Michelle, to be honest, since I very first started coming round here, there's been talk of you moving.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that it never gets past the talking stage.
Downpour is raining heavily in Washington, D.C. area. Maybe. Which still brings up another valid point. We still haven't gotten our last will and testament written. So, yeah. Let's get the teeth done first. Yeah. Now you can go ahead, go back to Boyd Lavarian Fence and get your will
I
written.
kind of know what you want. You want a green burial.
Right. And I want my assets to be created into kind of like a museum for maybe even a trust, which little money I have to help younger people start out with the internet, with YouTube and other social media platforms.
Well, that's easy. We just sell all your shit and donate it to...
Settle my shit, become compost, and basically, it's like you can do up in Washington State. And then they can go ahead and plant me around the tree.
Well, I was thinking we could sell pieces of you off, pieces of your compost off. Like $5 a bag.
It's not going to be that much compost. What is it
Well, little bags, not a great big bag, you know, like a sandwich bag worth of Michelle for $5. We'll probably get, I was thinking about 500 bags out of you.
She doesn't have her car stand. Her car got smashed up. It was totaled. She doesn't have her car anymore.
Oh, she totaled the car stand, yeah. It's gone. It's gone.
Otherwise, she could do some of that. But she would have to be backpacking. But you said problem is since that the Supreme Court said the states or cities can criminalize homelessness. Where's Krista gonna go?
Krista really isn't. She shouldn't be in a car living like that. She needs a room.
Everybody does, but the problem is.
But certain people, I just find Krista's a bit more vulnerable. She needs a roof over her head. Same with you, Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah, but our difference is me and Michelle have been managing on our own for years.
Yeah, you got to remember, Krista's not used to being on her own. She's been in a family situation. Now she's got to do everything herself.
She doesn't have that experience of being solitary.
And that's a very scary thing.
Yeah, but the Torrington YMCA, I don't know. I don't think Sherry Heaton has got a room. It's not a 2-person room that Sherry's in. So, but sure, the Torrington YMCA, she can contact them and see if there's a bed available in a room. But it's not going to be no $500 a month, though. No, she can't move in with Michelle because of 2 reasons. Number one, me and Michelle don't want to go through the same BS that we had to go through with Ed. Second of all, the minute she moves in here, Jimmy's going to take all that $500 for his own pocket. So which means Michelle will get nothing out of it. Nothing. And
yeah, that's what Jimmy does.
Number 3 is his apartment's too small for 2 people, and then we're going to be playing musical beds again. I don't want to go through that. Michelle doesn't want to go through that either.
That's a fair point. Michelle only has 1 bed. To share a bed is asking a lot. But you do have a sofa, Michelle. I can see why you're worried, and I will be honest, I'm worried as well, Michelle, because Ed took a nice gesture that you did and made it into a nightmare.
I won't even talk to Ed anymore. He's tried contacting me by voicemail, but I will not return his calls because I don't want to deal with the past. I don't want to deal with what he happened to me. I don't want to go through that again. Yeah. I was just saying that ourselves. There's no room. But this before we came on, we're looking at.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Good point, Fairy. If you're that close to Ray, Krista, if you were at Michelle's, it might cause problems with Ray.
Absolutely. That's the reason number 4. We don't know how Ray's going to react. We have no idea how Ray's going to react. Ray may just get really, really angry and yelling at Krista and coming up here and starting all kinds of crazy BS. And Jimmy's going to get sick of it and he's going to tell Michelle, you two are going to have to pack your bags and leave because I can't deal with you two at the same time. You're fighting all the time. Like that, he's screaming at her. You're screaming at him. He's going, I don't want to deal with it. I want quiet tenants. You'll see. You ain't quiet anymore. So get the fuck out of here.
You swore, Michelle. You committed a crime.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm keeping things quiet with my neighbors. I have not done anything wrong to them, and they haven't done anything wrong to me.
Yeah, Galaxy. That's kind of what happened with Ed. Ed said he'd come and he'd.
And he did,
give
and then he
Michelle
started
some
all
money.
kinds of crazy baloney, and the next thing you know it, he made a mess of my show. He put all my viewers up at each other's throats even. That's how bad it got.
Wow, it was the trolls that were messing with Ed.
Yeah, and they were actually messing with me as he was feeding the trolls, and he didn't realize that.
Yeah, because he was
so disturbed anyway that, like I said, that's why I don't want to talk to Ed anymore. I don't even want to hear from him.
Once you let that person in, Galaxy, and they get mail at that address, she can't get them out again. That's the problem.
Right. That still stand. Me and Michelle said no, absolutely not. Krista has other issues that we can't help with. And it's not fair to Michelle to have to be her acting as her assistant caregiver. No one said troll Ray.
She can't stay at her mum's, Christine. I don't know why, but she can't.
Because she said her mother has no room because she's taking care of her two kids from her prior marriage.
Yeah. But I'd still give her the sofa if I was her mum. I don't know. It's complicated. But if we see anything come up, Krista, we'll be messaging you.
Yeah.
God, comedy's an ass.
Is comedy up yet?
Yeah, he's texting me. He's an ass.
Why would he text you when he could have just come out and said to you nicely, hey, I'm up?
I know. Because he's too lazy to leave his room.
Oh, thank you again. Much appreciated. Yeah, so I'm checking. I should check to see if maybe the package is at the door yet.
What package?
The paper. I didn't check to see. I mean, I did look before I got on the show. I didn't look since. I thought I heard someone drop something off. Hold on a minute. Let me look. Just let me check that.
Where is comedy?
In his room, texting me. stupid stuff. So I just texted him back. I called him an ass.
No, nothing downstairs. I mean, nothing, at least outside my door anyway. I don't know if the Torrington YMCA is looking for people to work there.
Here we go. Text me again.
You got any family members, Krista?
Besides your mother.
Yeah, like cousins.
Oh, thank you again. Thank you very much.
School friends, people that you go through your phone, Krista. That's what you need to do. Go through your telephone and see. Hit some people up.
Except Grace, she doesn't have a car anymore. It's junked. It's totaled. It's been smushed. It's gone. Kaput. Broken.
Yeah, the car is totaled. There is no car anymore.
Yeah, Christine, she could do that, except most of the smaller caravans that she can afford are going to be works in progress. They're going to be basically.
And I'd say no on Jimmy's property because Ray is on Jimmy's property.
Not on this property anyway. Maybe if she wanted to go up to Great Barrington where he has property. But he has no parking space back there. And Great Barrington, though, unfortunately, is Ray's family's turf. So I don't know where she has.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. You need to buy some kind of vehicle, even if it's a shitty one. I think that's going to help because it is a roof over your head as well. Push comes to
She's
shove.
got SSDI, thank God. If she had SSI, she would have lost it already. Because she had been in the in and out of mental hospitals too much already. She would have lost her SSI check.
Idiots say. Quit being so stupid, comedy. Don't make me come to your room. I said, don't make me come over there, you idiot. I got a key for that door, stupid.
No, we're talking about for Craig Sr. That's another person that has a motorhome, aka caravan, and he is looking for a place to park his caravan. That's a little different person.
Different person.
Jesus, what a pain.
Yeah, Craig needs a parking space now. Craig's got the RV. Krista is carless, vehicleless.
No, I don't even think that's gonna work. I mean, it's not long term. No. First of all, there's the reason is we still have the situation between Ray and Krista, which we don't even know all the details on.
Yeah, personally, I don't think that'd be a smart idea for her to be that close.
I don't either, especially
I don't think so either.
He's threatening her with police and stuff. That's a little bit too close for comfort when he's being like that.
I mean, I know that I went through some of this with my own situation when I became homeless. Okay, go, Chris, let's come up on. Oh, what's right, Kegger Key's not a mod. All right, okay, hold on a minute, Chris. I gotta let you on in a second. I gotta get over there.
Gotta do some work because she forgot
okay,
to.
Okay, add one. Hello, Grace. How you doing?
Good morning, Michelle. Look what
So
I
make Grizz D or me the co-host.
I'll make you all 3 co-hosts, so I don't have to worry about
Alright.
missing the dinger donger.
How's that look right there? Can you see her?
Oh my
How
goodness!
cute.
Look, Michelle.
Look at that cute dog.
Michelle, show screen. Show screen, Michelle.
What's that?
Look at the puppy dog.
Oh, I see it.
Show everyone.
Yeah, let me get
Michelle.
it on the screen. Okay, give me a second here.
That is the cutest thing.
Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Come on, that's the right button. One, but it's not working. Wow, that works. Oh, jeez. Just give me a second. All right, so, but still, thank you anyway for everybody. All right, so let's get this on the screen here. All right, ready? Okay, let me fix this now. I hear a little dog barking.
Yeah, there's a cougar running up in the around on the hills around here. The feet have been yapping at it and stuff, but no biggie.
So, like I said, I don't think this wish is a good solution for Krista, for me to try to help her out like that. I don't think that would be good for me. I think that Ray would probably put me in the middle between Krista and everybody else, and I would be like feeling like between a rock and a hard place.
Here's the deal. I mean, I think we need to be honest. I think everybody needs to be honest. So for Krista's benefit, everybody needs to be truthfully honest. Krista, for whatever reason, and I'm not saying this to pick on her, has gotten herself in between a rock and a hard spot. She's put herself there through multiple choices, and some of them were very tough choices that she had to make. But either way, she's there. It's up to her to make the right choices to start working their way out of the situation. We can't help a person. All we're doing is, if we're trying to help somebody here, she needs to work her own way on out of this and figure out the best solution that she has.
You want to show your little dog again now? Because I got it working now, so they can see it now. We can hear your little dog barking.
Yeah, we got a cougar up on the hillside here.
Yeah, Krista has 2 kids, and I need to explain it because it's not. Krista had 2 kids before. She was married before, and unfortunately, I believe her husband got cancer and passed away. So her mum has her first kids because her first husband died.
Yeah. So both dogs are barking at
the puppy again.
What's that? What was that, D?
Are you going to show the dog again? Since he has the panel open?
Okay, just a second here. I'll show you this one here first. Let's see here.
Let me maximize.
We'll show you that one that's barking up on the hill first.
There you go.
And he's barking at a cougar up there.
That's her bigger dog, and then the little dog is.
Let's see here. And then here's this one here.
There's the little dog.
Cute little ankle
looks like
biter.
she's almost got like the face of a little fox.
That's what I was going to say, Michelle. She looks like a little fox.
Yeah.
Look how small she is. Look at the size of his hand.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say something that, I mean, I think Craig is already aware of this already on his own. So, Krista, I've said to her nicely, I said, what I would do is you may have to consider leaving the state of Connecticut for now. Because the truth of the matter is, Connecticut really doesn't have anything for you. You can't afford to stay here. You're not an illegal. So they won't give you illegal help, like free housing, free shelter, free credit cards, free cell phones,
Yeah,
free
but
cars.
Michelle, you can't say that. All her family and her children are in Connecticut.
Yeah, I know. She's born here. Because she's
So-
born here, she can't get access to stuff all the illegals get.
Right, but she's still. Do you think it'd be wise for her to move out of Connecticut when all of her family and everything, her children?
And she's a cute little dog, absolutely.
I think what would be wise is for Chris to figure out what's best for her, and I don't think we can. I don't think any one of us can honestly say what's best for her.
I
Only she
can't.
can
I don't
figure
have
it out.
all her details.
Well, she is asking everyone in the Discord. This isn't something we're just talking about. Krista is asking people for help. If anyone has anywhere.
And giving it in Discord, giving her suggestions, that's fine and dandy. But ultimately, it's up to her to make the decision to make the best thing out of something that's miserable.
Right.
You know, there's no easy way out of this for her, so she's just going to have to figure out a way. And she can take suggestions, but she's just going to have to figure out, okay, what's the best step forward for me at this point to make my life acceptable until I can get into a house or whatever. I mean, we all know the realities of getting into government housing. There's always sometimes there's a 2-year waiting list. Be honest. Sometimes there's a really long list. So she might be homeless for the next 2 years. Okay, so instead of figuring out getting into a home, she needs to say, okay, what's my path forward to making this miserable thing into something that's tolerable?
Yeah.
And it might be just a matter of buying a minivan and figuring out a way to live in that and do like Stan said of getting a membership at a gym where they have showers, and stuff. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did find her a place, Grizz. I found her a place for $600, but she didn't want to move there. She didn't like the place, like the area.
That's why I'm saying she's got to figure out her best step forward. I mean, we can throw out suggestions, and people are going to. Sometimes these people just want the pity potty. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can find them stuff. There can be reasons or whatever. The reality is, it's up to them to figure out what's their best step forward.
Right. At the end of the day, yeah.
I know for a fact if I was in her situation, I would be very devastated, but I'd probably be more than willing to start cracking. Because I kind of realized that if that was in that situation like it was last time, it's like you can't change the situation. You gave your landlord your 30 days notice. You thought you were going to be moving. It didn't work out. Well, guess what? You're still out. So you have to plan to get the hell out.
So you went and bought a tent, didn't you, Michelle?
What's that?
When this happened to you, you went and brought a tent.
No, he already had a tent. Ed already had a tent. He had parked up at his mother's daughter's house and asked her if we could stay there. And he thought that was the better way to go. Because, to be honest, I wasn't absolutely sure where to go. But I had at least, I wasn't sitting there going on the internet going, I'm going to be homeless in a couple of days. I was like, I got to do something. I got to find a place. So I started looking into places in and out of Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, even upstate New York. Places I could get to by bus, by train. But just like now, I had a cat, so there was a question what to do with the cat.
Ray the Stray.
Ray the Stray and the Fluffy the First, which is a male cat, which is a tuxedo cat. Well, unfortunately, I don't know what happened to Fluffy the First. He bolted and he never came back. And Ray the Stray stayed with me up until I left Cindy's house. So I don't know where Ray the Stray went. I don't know where Fluffy the First went either. But I heard from a farmer that lived there after we moved out when Cindy died that she said she's seen both cats around and she does put food out for them. So Kristen doesn't have any pets, so that's one less worry. She could just basically get on a train. She can get on a bus. She could go anywhere. She could go to Florida. She can go to Texas. She could go to Alabama. She can go to Mississippi. She can go to North and South Carolina. She doesn't have to worry about pets. She has kids,
She
yes.
has children.
Yes, she does. That is a bit of an issue. But then again, she can't take care of the kids no matter
I wouldn't
what.
blame her for not wanting to move away from her kids. I mean, that makes it a lot harder to see them and stuff. No, she doesn't. She doesn't need to be moving out of reach of her children.
She can always move in with Nads, Michelle.
I knew that's how you're doing.
You're
Yeah,
closer,
she can always-
Noodles.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
she
She
goes
can
in-
move in with anyone. The problem is I don't know what her plans
Krista,
are.
why don't you just ask Nads? Nads seems to be very interested in your situation. I think Nads might want to help out. It seems like she does.
Well, Nats hasn't said anything here in the side chat, Noodles. She
Oh,
Okay.
and both Krista and Nats are here right now, and Nat's not confirming nor denying that.
Well, she's on the wait list for a homeless shelter. So the best thing that she can do is just for the meantime is looking at making the best situation out of it between now and then. And what can she do? Not what can we do. It's what can she do to make it a better situation for her.
I know the shelters are full. That's what I'm saying, Krista. Like I told you in the text message, you may have to leave Connecticut because you're not an illegal. And Connecticut is giving all precedence to illegals because we're a sanctuary state. You may have to go where they don't
All
welcome
the shelters are
illegals.
full. Wow.
oh wow! It looks like Nads was here the whole time, Michelle. It seems like Nads was hiding out.
You're closer,
Weird.
Noodles. Why don't you offer her a place?
My house is full. My house is full. I think it's funny how like Michelle doesn't want to give her a place to stay. Nads, all these
Me.
people that are like very much involved in, her going homeless.
Your place in the pool. You got room for one more.
No, I really don't.
Oh no! Don't give me that. You're not even there half the time. She can sleep in your bed.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Krista, if you want to sleep in the driveway, you could sleep in the driveway, but you just can't use my car or Johnny Wallace's car, and you can't put up a tent, nothing like that. You just lay down on the pavement and fucking go to sleep.
Gosh, you're a cold feller, aren't you?
David,
Yeah,
yes, the illegals
that's the
may
way
be
it is.
leaving very soon. However, the problem is they can't leave soon enough for Krista to get access to a bed. That's just the problem. David S. That's the whole problem.
Well, Nads might be able to hook you up with something. You like rescuing animals, Krista? You like rescuing animals? You can help Nads rescue animals all night.
Hey, that's not nice, Gravy. Don't say that. Look, Krista's just come out of the hospital. We don't need to be aggravating with her mental health.
Well, the point is that we are not qualified to make your decisions for you, Krista. You have to make those.
Well, wait a second. Didn't Jimmy allow that pedophile to like live in the basement?
That's true.
Like, why can't she go live in like
but
the
that
meat
person
locker?
wasn't married to the man that they're having a problem with in the building next door either. That's the problem. There's a marriage issue right now that's creating friction. And I don't think Jimmy wants to be caught in the middle of that, and I don't blame him.
What about, can't she stay at your mother's place, Michelle?
She said her mother has no room for her.
No, your mom.
No, my mom doesn't even know who she is.
There's room for her at your place, Noodles. Come on, suck it up, Buttercup.
Why don't she stay with you, Noodles? You can always put her in the basement. And she doesn't have a cat to worry about being mangled by your dogs.
Why am I the one that always has to fucking do all this shit? I mean, no offense, Chris. I know it works out for you, but like, why am I the only one? Nads is like, oh my god, poor Chris.
I did offer, but I'm way too far.
Why not you, Noodles? Instead of asking why, ask why not.
Well, it is kind of far. It's a hike.
I mean, you're her best.
It's a 3-hour drive.
You're her best opportunity.
And right now, Noodles, let's be honest, you could probably use some additional green stamps anyway.
Plus, she'll clean for you. She's not going to do it for free.
Absolutely. If she was willing to pay Michelle $500 US, she could afford to pay you $500, and you know that she'll give you. You can give her a rent receipt for that. And you
all right, Krista, you're gonna have to give up some skin to the boys at the house, Krista. 500 plus pleasure.
No, don't be crude. Just if you can help her, just say yes. If you can't, just say no. Don't put anything more out there than that.
For you, Noodles. This is a real financial opportunity for you, Noodles. Just think of the content that you could create with Krista living in the house with you.
Plus, you're getting $500 out of it. You're getting paid. That's more than you get in donations.
I mean, this is a financial genius move for you to have her move on in. Your channel would grow leaps and bounds if you brought Krista on in.
All right, Krista, you can stay in the basement, right? I don't want to hear from you. You can't use her bathroom. You have to go outside.
You have to organize the basement a little bit. It's a finished rec room area, and it's literally a rec room. WRECK. A rec room. You're gonna have to clean it out, but it is got carpet. It does have paneling on the walls, so you can easily turn it into a she area. A woman's room. A she shed. Except it's in the main house.
I want that $500. And Krista, I'm telling you, if I come home and I'm in a bad mood, Krista, you better stay out of my way, or you better get ready to get down to business, Krista, and give me something that's going to calm me down.
I think she understands that, Noodle. She gets that. I don't think that's a problem.
Got an estimate of how much you're going to pay Krista, from what percentage of Krista is going to get from the ad revenue from your channel. She should get 20-30% of your ad revenue. I mean, I just don't
want her being like, oh, he's constantly trying to get sex from me and all this stuff. Krista,
Stan,
you're living in my house.
Me and Lummy are married to each other. It's different. I'm surprised Jimmy didn't charge extra when he found out me and you live together. He kind of did. Why do you think I went up to $1,000 a month? Ouch. That's true. Yeah, that's actually probably true. It went up to 800, and then in October of 2020, and then it went up to $1,000. So I think it's because maybe me and Michelle, he realized that he needed the additional green stamps.
Oh, he's constantly asking for sexual favors. Well, yeah, I'm a guy, Krista. I'm a man. I have a house. All right. You're living in it for basically nothing. Okay. Right. It's either ass or grass.
So Noodles has got a room for you, Krista. You just have to say yes, and then arrange to get down to where he is. Between you and him, he can arrange to pick you up wherever you are. You pay him for the gas to get there. You like dogs, right? He's got 2 dogs.
Clean his house while he's at work. Give him $500 and look for somewhere else.
And Krista, you better not be packing like the world's hairiest beaver down there. I'm gonna tell you something right now. That's not gonna fly at the house, Krista. You're gonna have to keep shaved down there. You're probably gonna get a wax. I want it all waxed up before you move in the house, Krista.
Noodles, can you just keep it like just professional for right now until who knows? Maybe you and Krista could, maybe who knows? Maybe she might actually replace Cassandra in a way that's positive for you. But that's something for the future.
Well, maybe Michelle. She wants to sleep.
Maybe Krista could
wants to sleep in the king size bed, Michelle. She's got to do king size stuff. You know what I mean? That's the way it works.
Krista, we found you a place. Noodles has agreed. You guys got to work out the bugs, but Krista, you got a home there with Noodles. We just got to work out the bugs for you.
I'm feeling a knot in my belly and a lump in my throat. Oh, Krista.
You're horny, Krista.
Look, right now, if she can get into New Jersey, she can get into the programs that are available in New Jersey, which is more than Connecticut. So if she wants to stay with you for a while, she's saying, I need a place now. So if she needs a place now, and you've got a place now, then you guys could work a deal out. She knows how to reach you on your show. She knows your phone number.
Here's the thing. Here's the truth of it, Michelle. I took in 2 people, all right, and I don't think they're leaving.
You.
Michelle, listen.
At this, Noodles, you have experience at this. You took on 2 people. You're a pro at it now, so it shouldn't be a problem.
So here's all right. So let me ask you a question, a serious question, all right? Because I've already thought about this. What happens if I meet someone and I want them to move in? That means I don't have to kick out Krista, Johnny What, the doctor. Then all of a sudden you got 3 homeless people out on the streets. They ain't gonna move in together. They ain't gonna go find a place together. I guarantee the doctor's gonna hate Krista. Krista's gonna hate Johnny What. Johnny What's gonna fall in love with Krista.
No, the doctor and
they're gonna fall in love with each other. They're gonna keep
the 2 roommates you have get along good. John and the doctor get along good. You know that.
No, they don't. They just got in a fight yesterday. John thought that the doctor died. He walked in his room. The doctor was smoking something, and they had all a brawl.
Well, yeah, but that's just the nature of it. Krista's not the doctor, and she's not John. So, I mean, she's...
Oh, Noodles, would you really give me a place to stay? But it would be temporary if, while you're looking, it doesn't mean...
No, so you could let her stay for at least a couple weeks so she can get into the homeless shelter system in New Jersey. She'd be better off.
Krista, I don't want you being homeless, Krista.
What, Michelle? Why do you want Krista to move out of Connecticut? Are you trying to get her away from you?
No, it's annoying me that she keeps doing that.
There's no shower in a restaurant.
Tiger, she's got.
She still would have to pay for her own electric and gas, and that's a restaurant. That means that she's going to be paying commercial rates for her utilities.
Oh my God.
Good question, Mojo. That's the question that people have been wondering.
Yeah, and another thing, don't you need to be near the doctors, where
she can transfer her case to wherever she moves to,
and your therapy and all that? You can't just move her out of state like this when she's under.
Yes, she can, because a lot of them do telemed. She might actually have a valid excuse to do telehealth.
You are very keen on getting Krista out of Connecticut. I don't know why, Michelle.
I know why. Do you want me to tell you why? There's nothing in here because she's not in illegal. Connecticut will not help the non-illegals.
For a couple weeks. Why can't you put her up for a couple weeks?
I can't because unfortunately 2 reasons. 1, I know Jimmy's going to take all the $500 for himself. 2, we don't have another bedroom. 3, I'm not playing bed rotation. 4, Ray lives downstairs. So what happens if the 2 start getting into a fight? I'm going to be stuck in the middle. I don't want to be stuck in the middle. Remember what happened to Ed? I don't want to go through that again.
Don't tell Jimmy about the 500. Get her to give you the 500 under the table. You tell Jimmy you're just, as a friend, letting her stay on vacation for a week.
But that's not the way Jimmy works, though. That's the problem.
Don't even tell Jimmy.
Don't even tell him.
I have to, because Jimmy immediately is going to go ahead and will rat to DSS because I get food stamps. Remember?
What?
He didn't rat about you and Ed.
I don't even talk to Ed anymore. I absolutely will not talk to him anymore.
You're making excuses.
He was terrible, and he treated Michelle like crap. And she had to rotate beds with him. He insisted he sleep in the day. She had to stay up all day long, and even when she was tired. And it was just a terrible arrangement for everybody.
Tiger, if I do this, all right, you are inviting me to your place, and you're gonna at least blow me once. Tiger.
I don't love Chris.
I don't get anything. I don't get anything for any of this shit.
You're getting $500.
You get $500 a month from Krista, and you can even have her sign a lease with you.
Why are you trying to get Tiger to pay Krista's rent, Noodles? That would be Krista's responsibility.
Yeah, that's
and right now you're not doing anything in the basement anyway. Might even be a good time to have a tag sale. And Krista can help you sort out the crap and throw out to the dumpster. A Bildo dumpster. I'm sure your relatives can give you a good deal on a roll-off rental.
David S., because you're in Connecticut and you're to do with the church and that, have you got any ideas for Krista? You pull some strings.
Actually, lately, the way it sounded like that Ray's been acting like a Karen. He already raised trouble with Chris Bliss and Golden Girl and Comedy Flute. So I don't know if I really can be able to have friends stay anymore. And they weren't even sleeping here. And that's a whole nother reason I don't want to keep pushing Jimmy's buttons, because sooner or later Jimmy's going to tell me, I told you to go.
I'll tell you what worries me, that you let Krista in and it becomes that it's the norm for Krista to be living there, and then you're in that same position where you have no rights in your own apartment because
right
of Jimmy.
Hey, I
hope the homeless Mike and Jimmy rode me off, hard about that, because I was hoping a homeless man.
Michelle, I got to say this. It's very important for me to tell Out of the Wire this. Out of the Wire, shut up with that. You don't need to be noodled that. We're trying to encourage this, and you're trying to discourage it. So shut up, Out of the Wire. Man, he's trying. Why is Out of the Wire trying to ruin a perfectly good thing?
Yes, I know. I understand New Haven, but Chris said I don't think I don't know what Krista really wants.
I sent Krista 2 places yesterday. One was 600, one was, I think, 7, which is the cheapest I could find a month, and that's not bad. And she didn't like either of them because of the places they were in.
And the cities they were in.
Yeah, and, well, I'm sorry, beggars and choosers.
That's why I'm saying, Noodles, if you could help her out a little bit. I mean, she can't really complain if it's a basement, finished rec room. She could at least have a place to put a bed and a place to sleep, and she'll have her privacy. And she can still transfer her case to New Jersey.
I think America worries me because I know kicking people out is not easy.
I know. The way America worries me is the fact that America's allowed this to become a pandemic in this country already. All the cities are helping all the illegals, but they won't help their own homeless. American citizens that need a place to live. No, it's true. They're not. They're not. They're just... Right, I agree. You can't be too picky. But don't forget, too, even if she gets a room, she's still going to have to pay under Connecticut the first month's last month and maybe a security deposit on top of that. So $600 is still $1,800. Where's she going to get $1,800?
Does she have all that?
No, she doesn't make that much. I can't even afford it. And I got $1,600 a month.
Anything when she's been in hospital. She wouldn't have spent anything. So she might have it all saved
I don't know how much she has in her savings or checking account. I don't know her information. That's something she'll have to figure out. Okay.
She has the money saved.
I know, I see that.
She's got. It's just finding cheap housing for her. It was very tough.
He lived in New Haven for 10 years. I thought someone told Chris to behave after. Yeah. Yeah, that was. I think that's why she's choosing not to go back to Ray, because she knows the situation is unsustainable.
Well, like I said, in between now and the time that she gets her own place, she's just got to figure out what path that she wants to take that's going to be the best for her situation. Her having kids in the area, her having the whatever mental health issues that she's having. She's got to take all this into consideration. Yeah. And what's going to be her best living arrangement that's available to her.
If the situation reversed, Michelle, I don't know if Krista would be able to help me, because the fact of the matter is I got someone's furniture.
With Ray being in the apartment complex, I don't think it would be, regardless whether it would be a good opportunity for Michelle or not, it would not. I don't think it'd be a good deal for Krista to be living so close to Ray. I think that'd be inviting trouble. So yes, I mean, I don't think that we shouldn't even consider that one anymore. But she's got to figure out, okay, do I need to live in a minivan, a car? Do I need to just find a street corner that I can pitch a tent on, or she's got to figure out what she's got to do. That's not anything that we can do.
Well, she could do that because the weather is mild. If she went to Walmart, got herself a tent, and found her a place to park her tent somewhere in the woods in Winsted, but the homeless community...
I don't like it. I think
I don't like that idea either, because the homeless police up there are pretty bad.
Well, we don't like it, but the reality is she only has so much available to her right now. So she's got to figure out, okay, what's her best path forward for right now until...
Right now, she has a choice of getting a room in either Hartford or Bridgeport, or maybe if Noodles confirms that he can do it, he can help her out. But
this is going to be an excellent opportunity for her to learn some things about her.
But like I said, Chris, you may have to leave Connecticut because Connecticut's a sanctuary state.
Her kids are there. She can't leave Connecticut. Her kids are there. She can't leave Connecticut. Her kids are there. She needs to be at the point where
Well,
if
she
they
can
need
also
their
go to
mom or they need
Massachusetts.
to see
She's
them,
got her husband's family's in Massachusetts.
she needs to stay close to where her kids are, especially the youngest one. You know, her little
Right,
one.
I understand that. But the problem is that the youngest one is on Ray and Ebony have been taken care of.
Well, that's fine, but at least she should have parental rights for visitations, and she can't move away to where she can't enjoy those rights. You know, so she's got to stay close to that little one. You know, that's plain and simple.
She raised Sophie from a baby, so I think she definitely should have access to Sophie.
Right.
Well, I don't know.
You're right about that, David.
Ready to go to work, drop her off.
But she's just got to figure out what her best path forward is. For the meantime, for the next 2 months, 6 months, or whatever, she's got to figure out what's going to be best for her. And this is the opportunity for her to learn her own self-sufficiency, what she can do without being dependent on others and government. She's got to figure out, okay, this is my best path forward. And that's going to be a huge learning curve for her. And I think that's the part that we should be encouraging her, is encouraging her for this path forward into correct decisions.
The problem is, Chris, the truth is she has to decide what she needs to do for herself. Right now, her daughter has a place. Okay? She does not. Okay? So, which means that she has to look into her own situation. Because right now it is May. And June's coming up. So then you got June, July, August, September, and then it starts getting cold again. If she doesn't have any place arranged, she's going to end up in the meeting coming another Mike Vitale and freeze to death. That's not a joke when you start getting into November, December.
No, that's why I'm saying that she needs to take this time right now while she has the opportunity to look at what's her best choices for self-sustainability until she can get into a place. She needs to take this all into consideration. And, that's why I'm saying I think a minivan would be a great choice because it's something that she could keep warm and keep from freezing down.
And like I said, maybe Noodles can help you out temporarily for the Roman event. And if you have to, just transfer your case to New Jersey.
Do I look like I'm freaking religious? Get the hell out of my property.
New Jersey is too far away for her to I was funning when I was saying move in with Noodles. She needs to stay close to where her little one is. That child is very young and she needs her real mom.
Jehovah Witnesses. I'll answer the door naked, you stupid asses. The fun never ends.
Well, given the number of viewer minutes engagement, we're not exactly bringing in a happy crowd this morning. Unfortunately, it's not anybody's fault. It's just we're just not bringing in a happy crowd. They're just not. We're not getting the kind of viewers we normally get.
Oh well.
Well, I really think it'd be best for Krista to buy a minivan, just something that she can call home for now.
No, she could buy a minivan, but under Connecticut, you have to have a location to register it. You have to pick a town, and you have to live in that town to register for taxes.
Well, I mean,
they don't allow people to live full time in a motorhome, or
even though she's not living there, you could allow her to use your place as a mailing address. Not permit her to stay there, but you could you could receive her mail there. So that's not an issue.
Oh. Her mother can certainly get the mail for her. I mean, the mailbox has got room. I mean, she can get a small little class Class C motorhome or Class D, like you said, then she just have to get
Motorhomes
one
would not
that's
be a
not going to
good
be a
idea.
giant money pit that she doesn't have money to fix up.
Motorhomes is not a good idea. There's too much maintenance on those suckers. There's too many problems, bugs to be worked on out on
Oh, I
something
know
that
that. But she's still going to need to take care of needs like poo and pee and cooking and shower, and Planet Fitness might be an option. Yes, agree.
But like Stan said, she could become a member at a gym then, and so that would solve the showers. And there's always a gas station or someplace where you can go poo.
Yeah, unless you've been kicked out of that said gas station, which we're still trying to find out what the story with that is.
And by the way, Krista, if you was to get a minivan and live in that in the meantime, and you wanted to start your channel, people would you showed you roughing it in a minivan, and what you was doing to survive until you can get in the home. People would subscribe to that.
Yeah, that would be great watching. Great content there. Watching Krista survive and make it.
Yep.
It could be.
People love those type of stories.
Yeah, but I don't know if she wants to create an Elvis Travels channel, though.
No, I'm not.
I know he was a bit of a problem, but
you honestly, I'm sitting here thinking, will the government or whoever's in charge of all this bullshit actually let her? Yeah, they will let a vulnerable, mentally challenged woman go out on the streets like that. Will they do that?
Yes.
That's terrible.
I mean, they will take opportunity. They will do what they can, but government is their hands are so tied that there's such a long waiting list for so much of this stuff that the government is not the short-term solution. Government can be a long-term solution, a very expensive solution for the taxpayers, but people need to stop looking at government for the answers to their problems and start looking internally for the solutions to their own problems. And that's what I'm trying to get Krista to do, is to look internally what she can do to solve her own problems here.
Yeah.
Right now I've been watching my own money too, Stan. So, I got $41 in cash. So I'm not even spending it. I'm just saving it in my wallet, so I can add it to the $20 I need for next month to get my hair done. So that would be $61 in cash. I already got the Uber already set up and everything for the dentist, so I'm all set there.
You're paying for an Uber when you could be getting a free ride.
Yeah, because I get a guaranteed ride, and I'll be there guaranteed on time, and I'll be guaranteed a ride home. So there we go. Yes.
All right. Okay.
I mean, the regular APRN is within walking distance, so I can walk to my APRN. That's no problem. Or I could take the in-town transit van from the senior center to get to that if it rains that day. If I know it's going to rain in advance, I can arrange for them to pick me up, bring me down to the doctor's appointment, but then I might have to walk home, depending when the van stops running. It's close enough, I can walk there. Yeah, it's close enough, I can walk there. Yeah, that's an old horse. Very successful horse. Very healthy horse, too.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Galaxy was some great big horsewoman that had horses and stuff, and come to find out she doesn't have any horses, and she sent her horse to the glue factory already, the one that she did have. She's only had one horse. I was disappointed in that. You know, I thought she
Did
lived
you
on a
see?
ranch,
You
worked
see
with
the size
horses
of
and all
those
this stuff.
cats?
Come
That
to
one
find out,
black cat that her mom has got in the farm there on the ranch. That cat was huge. It makes Rusty look like a munchkin.
Yeah, it's a Maine Coon cat, isn't it?
Oh, I know.
I love all those animals and rabbits. We saw rabbits as well, Michelle.
well, she didn't
I
tell
looked
you
it
about
up.
those cats. She didn't tell you about those cats. They supplied the local China buffet at restaurant with those cats.
They didn't, Michelle. Don't.
Yeah, I know.
That's how they make that horse ranch.
I actually did look up how much it would cost to ship one of them kittens to you. It's like between $500 and $1,000. $500 and $1,000.
Wow. That's a lot of money for a cat.
Yeah.
And then the cat will probably end up being in quarantine for a couple of days anyway.
No, it's in America. I mean, there's probably cheaper ones. It's just the one I.
Well, I understand that, David. But like I said, there's Michelle's already committed to this, so let's just hope it goes well. Brain Dead, for example, even though he yanked all of his choppers, guess what? He still got temporary ones, and he can't use the denture glue in them right now because unfortunately they don't fit quite right in his mouth. And he said that then in about a year's time, after his gums kind of heal up properly, he's got to go get real permanent dentures in a year time. So, and that's actually pretty realistic considering that is what the standard procedure is anyway. How you doing, Rusty? All right, get the kitty cat on camera. He wants to be on TV. Oh, okay.
Oh. Rusty!
Yeah, Rusty's here, yep.
Rusty!
I got a recipe for you that Rusty would fit in really nicely.
Well, Rusty's just he's just a good old senior cat.
Yeah, but there's ways to tenderize them.
Well, sooner or later, I'm also going to end up becoming food for somebody.
Not necessarily.
We all become worm food
Well,
eventually.
I'm not going to become a charcoal briquette. That's definitely not going to happen.
No. Green death for you, Michelle. Green burial, I mean.
We all become worm food someday.
Now, speaking of that, let me go see if there's any packages at my door yet. I don't see anything yet. But
She's not going to settle until she gets that packet of paper, printer paper she's ordered. This is all for printer paper.
Okay, I don't see anything up here. I can't leave the door open because Rusty might run into the hallway and I mean, I think this sucks because Rusty's so used to being able to go outside when the weather's sunny and hasn't been able to go out. And I mean, everybody's so afraid of losing Rusty, and that's a valid concern. I'm afraid, honestly, if someone really hates my cat that much, they could easily just do cat slaughter on him. You know, run the car over him because he blends right in with the sandy driveway in the back.
Michelle, no one's going to run Rusty over on purpose. That's really weak. If you did that, you'd be a sicko. Most people aren't like that. Some people can be a little bit cruel. But...
Well, the person that actually, apparently, that was a troll because that person knew me. That person knew who I was. They knew I really was attached to Rusty. They called to be mean. I actually found out that no one actually tinkled in their shoes. At least not my cat.
Nobody tinkled in anybody's shoes.
I don't think he tinkled in anybody's shoes.
Why do you think it was a troll? It was somebody living in the apartment, Michelle.
How did they know my phone number? And how did they know where I lived? And how did they know that Rusty was my cat? And
Okay,
why would they pick
They
on
watch you plodding home, and they watch where the cat goes in, which door it's going in. It's going in your. That's easy to find out.
And how
where
did they
you
know
live.
my phone number? Okay, you see, there's a lot of things that we think
They
smell
didn't.
suspect to
They
me.
rang the animal control. They never rang you.
Well, animal control didn't have my phone number. I have a cell phone.
Animal control.
No, he's
Wow.
losing weight because he's eating canned food right now. He's been eating plenty of food, and he's been, you think he's losing weight? I don't think he's lost weight. I don't think I lost weight either, Stan.
No, Rusty looks like a pudding still.
He's well fed. Trust me. He's not losing weight.
I
At
don't know
least not
about
in that kind of way.
I don't know about you guys' areas, but I do know that when I did live in town here, when I first moved to this area, I did live in town, and I asked animal control about the cats that was coming in my backyard eating my dog's food and stuff and shitting in my yard and stuff. I said, what can we do about these cats that are running around here? I said, my dog has to be kept on a leash and yarded on up. And the animal control here says there are no laws regulating the restricting cats of going to travel. That's what cats do. There's no laws regulating cats whether they can go over to people's places. That's the rights of cats to go wherever they are. That's their nature. And in this state, there might be laws of where you live, but to me, there is no laws that I know of anywhere that says you can't let your cat run freely.
I get that, but she's in an apartment building.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in an apartment building or if you're downtown where houses are 5 feet apart. It's all the same.
The thing was, animal control didn't want Russ to be out running around at night, which is fine. I don't usually let him out at night because the animals out there would eat him.
Cats are night creatures. There's no law against cats running around at night.
Right.
Well, personally, I'm not letting my animals out. Well, not letting my cats out. They have a porch they can be on if they want to feel the outside. A whole house they can go through.
Rusty, he normally stays on the porch. He just goes downstairs a little bit to do what he's got to do, pee, poo, and then he comes back upstairs again. He doesn't stay down there all the time.
Tiger, I get that that's the choice that you make. That's the choice that you make. All I'm saying is, just because one person makes a choice that way doesn't mean everybody needs to make that same choice.
I only make it because I'm scared something will happen to him.
Rusty has ran freely all of his life. I think he should continue to be allowed to run freely. That's the life that he enjoys. If he wants to go outside, I would let him go outside.
What happens if he piddles in this guy's shoe again?
Then the guy should put his shoes inside, like any normal.
Yeah,
people don't leave their shoes out on their front porch. Nobody does. Hey, whether you live in the country or in the city, I don't know anybody that does that.
I don't know anybody that does either.
That's why I think that was a troll, like Michelle was saying. I don't think that whole deal is real. I think it's a joke.
Actually, Nats, she did. If you listen to you actually did hear her, Nats. She said the issue was that they didn't want us to be outside at night. Oh, shit. I was honest. I wish we had tape recording of that, but then on the Connecticut 2-party, they have to have a beep tone. But if we did...
You sitting on outside there and watch all the cats that are around outside at nighttime right now with Rusty indoors.
Why don't all the other wild cats are out there? That's just it. There are feral cats outside also.
Well, they shouldn't be outside. It doesn't matter. Somebody needs to pay the price for all these cats are on out there. The animal control need to get on top of that. Can't have these cats outdoors. No sirree. And then you guys can start complaining about the rodent problem.
Yeah, Ray knows my number, but I don't think Ray was the one that called.
Was it from Ray's building, Michelle?
It was from Ray's building, yes.
I wouldn't worry about it. I'd tell them to go play.
At the end of the day, there's nothing they can't prosecute you, Michelle, for letting your cat out. I agree with all that. What worries me is if they've got something against Rusty and they're going to be mean to him or something.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about someone trying to catch him. I'm worried about someone trying to kill him.
Oh, and again, I'm not worried about I'm worried about him getting booted or something cool.
Or
I don't know.
Or involuntary cat slaughter. You know, the fact is,
Oh,
it
I
is the
would hope
same
people
color.
wouldn't do
It's
that,
the same
Michelle.
color as our driveway. It doesn't take much for some poor person that doesn't know where he is to accidentally run over him like a speed bump.
Well, it's not just that. There's people that will put antifreeze in cat food and put for dogs and cats to try to poison them and stuff. I mean, there are people that are
Yeah, I've heard of people doing that too. Yes, Chris, I've heard of that too.
Yeah, there are good possibilities, but you know what? I don't care
and
about
that's another reason why he's probably starting a little trim up because he's not getting secondhand meals. Other people have been feeding Rusty, I'm sure.
Free the
I'm
cat.
sure he gets fed.
It's inhumane to take something that's ran its whole life outside and then force it to be inside. That's inhumane to me.
No, he's an indoor cat. He's been an indoor-outdoor cat all of his life. He always been able to go out once in a while in the day, and he would come out back in the afternoon. That's what he's always done.
And to strictly make him an indoor cat now, at this point of his life, that's inhumane. It's one thing if you raise up the cat as a kitten all of its life indoors, that's fine and dandy. They're not used to that outside. But to have a cat run freely in and out its whole life, and all of a sudden, okay, now you're an indoor cat, you can't ever go outside again. That's kidnapping.
They didn't call Jimmy.
Catnapping.
Catnapping.
They didn't call Jimmy. Jimmy didn't get called. Jimmy would have called me. He never talked to me about it. So how are you saying that they called Jimmy when Jimmy didn't even call me and talk to me about it?
I don't care who they called. It doesn't matter who they called. I would let that cat run free. If the cat wants to go outside, I'd let him out.
In the daytime, I don't see a problem. But if someone wants to do caticide or in felinicide, I'd be very terrified if Rusty found out to be cat slaughtered because somebody hates cats.
No, Michelle, why do you have to take it to this extreme? No one hates him that much.
Tiger Kitty, some of these people do take it to that extreme. That's the problem.
But then they need locking up. They shouldn't even be on the streets. If someone's going to be like that, there's something seriously wrong with them, Michelle.
I know, but the problem is I have no control over who is seriously wrong with them. That's just it. I'm trying to keep my cat safe. But I know for a fact it's just like me with Cumberland Farms. You know, I want to be able to go back to my normal routine. Rusty wants to get back to doing his normal routine and hang out with the cat downstairs. They were good friends with each other. You know, he hasn't been able to see his friends since that situation happened.
Michelle, don't let these trolls out there manipulate you into changing your lifestyle and changing your life, such as keeping Rusty locked up.
No, there's not been any cat pee smell up the hallway, and Golden Girl wouldn't know that because Rusty's been inside the whole time. It doesn't smell like that.
Let Rusty out. Let him be what he has always been.
I don't know what to do.
It'd be more humane to take the cat to the veterinarian and say, okay, put him down because I'm not, he's ran free, his whole life, and I don't want him run free anymore. That'd be the humane thing to do. If you're talking about humane, then just put him down.
I love Rusty. That's just it. I want to keep him safe. But I also do realize that he does need to be able to go outside. He does like to go out once in a while.
Why don't you open the door and sit with him on the porch so that you can keep your eye on him?
I could.
Make
no one said I couldn't. But I'm just afraid the minute I walk out there with him that the cat carrier is going to be coming out and the animal person is going to bag him and kill him. I don't want to see that happen.
Why you do this?
No, they ain't going to do that.
Animal control will kill Rusty. He's
They're
too
not.
old to rent out or give out to a new home.
Then, Michelle, I don't think there's anything wrong with you sitting on the porch with Rusty, petting him, having yourself a little drink, spending time with him on the porch.
And
I
if he
would
gets
take
away,
everything
he'll
off.
come back.
Stan, all due respect, I don't think you understand what's going on here. I mean, somebody is trolling my cat. There were people that were swatting me, claiming that I was stabbing and killing Ed. There are people who absolutely do not like me. Though no reason, just the fact that they don't. And it's very interesting. It happened up after the Cumberland Farms incident. The same friggin' 2 days later. Nan says she was told to keep him inside or she would lose her cat.
Yeah, but I don't trust that they said that she would lose the cat. Whoever told you that, I would want to see it with the letterhead from animal control, with their a seal or whatever on it, stuff. I wouldn't buy any of that unless I had it in writing.
I understand
I'm
that.
going to bloody Google this. Can they take your cat for pissing in someone's shoes?
I don't think so. I mean, realistically, I would be surprised if animal control would say, since you got multiple cats in this neighborhood, why don't you put your shoes in a safe place?
They cannot take your cat for simply peeing on a porch.
No, but someone who they really hate Rusty could always take a 9mm slug to his head.
I'm more worried about people being mean to him. Why don't you sit with him for a little while, let him enjoy his little outside, and then bring him back in?
I would.
Will he run off? Will he stay with you?
It's just like I haven't been outside myself.
Well, it'll do you good to get out.
I don't want any trouble. So that's why I've been staying in the house too.
Oh,
Michelle, call up your animal control center there and ask them what the cat leash laws are.
Rusty has never been in a harness.
Okay, well, I mean, just ask me, is there a cat leash law? And they will tell you there is no leash law.
Nat says if he's been destroying property, yes, they can. Except one question, Nats. Do they have any pictures of him doing that? Is there any evidence that he's guilty of the crime that he's being accused of?
We want DNA tests on the urine.
Okay, let us put it this way. If you report a theft, your insurance will not cover it unless there's a police report and if it was locked on up. And this is the same type of deal. They can't take away from you for something that a cat does naturally. It's up to those people to lock up their own shoes to protect them before that they're protected. If the cat was breaking into their house, the doors were closed and the cat was finding a way on in and it was causing a problem, then they might have something to complain about. But that's not the case here. They had their shoes sitting on the porch.
They put your shoes out on the porch.
And that's not normal.
And he's not the only cat here. And that's what I'm saying is, I wonder if somebody's just character assassinating Rusty. Because he is a very nice cat. He doesn't do that. But there are other cats in the neighborhood that do look like Rusty that may do that.
Well, either way, that's what cats do. The cats mark their territory.
Right, they do. And the person said that the person already has 2 cats of their own. The man downstairs said.
The simple solution is they can bring their shoes inside, like everybody else does.
Common sense.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Nance, I understand your situation, but do you understand my situation?
Yes, I do understand your situation, and I think you're taking it too far.
There is a shoe rack, and you can put them up high.
I think we're trying to avoid any more problems, and
I
don't
definitely
know.
think there's something suspect about the whole thing.
I
Animal
don't.
control person is real, but we don't know what the real story is with the report.
I heard the animal control lady, and she was saying she had a complaint about Rusty urinating in shoes.
Right. But how does that person make the complaint even know it's my cat?
Because Rusty is just like you, Michelle. He's very easy to spot.
He's very well known, yes.
humongous.
But what if it was another cat that did that? Well, that's why keeping him in the house was good, because if he's still getting peed on the shoes, guess what? It just demonstrates that it's not your Rusty. That's true.
And you know what probably happens, Michelle? Rusty does a little tinkle in the shoes, and then their cats come out and smell it and think, ooh, I got to tinkle over that tinkle now. So they're peeing over Rusty's pee.
Right, they would be. Yeah, that's a possibility. Or another stray cat's doing the same thing. Or a stray cat could have done it at first, and then another cat came and did it a second time. The point is do we have photographs? That's the question. Do we have...
Well, we do not have DNA, and we do not have photographic evidence. No.
We have no witnesses.
Well, you do. I guess the complainer.
After the fact, but not before.
Well, there is no leash laws for cats. They can't require you to tie up your house or keep it locked up. They can't require that.
No, we're all here. There's still 23 of them watching. A viewer engagement 20 minutes and 36 seconds with 8 likes, $0 in donations.
You said down feral cat. They fix neuter them.
So, well, I guess in a way, I got my own little issues, but compared to Krista and Craig's, they're minor.
Well, it's been a horrible year forever. Like, my dog got the diabetes, the sugar poor.
Oh, might have been minor compared to those two. Those two got bigger problems, and I don't disagree with that.
But I'm saying in general, it's not been a nice year for any of us.
No.
I've got the dog problems. You've got the cat cumbies. Krista's going to be homeless. Tina's husband's had a stroke, plus a load of other shit.
Tina's going to become homeless too, because she's getting foreclosed on also.
I don't know what's going on, Michelle. How can all these people be homeless?
Do you want to know why? Because the system that was going to help them bailed on them. They thought these programs were going to help them, and they didn't.
Thank you, Gaming Fairy.
Thank you very much, Gaming Fairy. Much appreciated.
Cat leaf law.
I guess that counts. Sorry, wrong one, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. So, me and Gaming Fairy and Brain Dead might talk later on if we have some time.
Nice.
I don't know. Oh, we had a great time playing the game yesterday, by the way.
You lost your dog this year, Nads. Yeah, see, it's not been a good year. Shut up, Brain Dead.
Brain Dead, I doubt if your city has a cat leash law.
No, we don't have mandatory cat leash laws.
And if you have cats running wild, running around your city, why isn't animal control out there capturing them?
Yeah, about that. But still, it's nice to get show support for the channel because we do put a lot of shows out. Somebody said, "Well, you're gonna put out a video on the printer thing you got to do," and I'm like, "Yeah, we are." I did try to do one yesterday, but I had a couple technical issues that made it seem so poor quality that I wanted to redo it again. And let me see where my package is right now. Let me track my package and see where it is.
Where
right
is the paper?
The paper, I know. So we're gonna do the same old stupid baloney of actually going through and play the tracking game. Well, let's see.
When was it due to be delivered, Michelle? Is it late?
It's paper.
Yeah, but is it late?
I'm checking that now. No, it's actually early because it was supposed to come on Wednesday, and it's Tuesday. Well, it's Wednesday now. It doesn't show delivered yet. Oh wait, last scan left in the mailroom. Oh, signature service now. Okay, so the paper's downstairs. So let me go get my paper. Okay, hold on a minute. That's good. At least you left it downstairs. Let me go grab the paper. Don't really have a mailroom.
Thank you, Braindead. She's got to get that paper. It's been on her mind all morning. She's obviously got a lot of printing she needs to print. She's got to print some manuals, she says. Hey, Mojo. It's raining here today, Mojo. Very well. It's not freezing, but it's a bit nippy. Yeah, manual she can't read.
Okay, I just Googled it on Winsted, Connecticut's cat leash laws. Winsted, Connecticut does not have any cat leash laws.
Wow. What can the guy do if Rusty does it again?
Says here, no Winston, Connecticut, or Connecticut as a whole does not have cat leash laws. While Connecticut does have a statewide leash law for dogs, it does not require dog owners to keep their dogs under control and off of property unless authorized. There are no similar laws in places for cats.
This is the paper. All right, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so this is double boxed with all right. Here's the actual box. I'm not gonna open it right now because I already got paper here.
Okay. Michelle, you got a donation in your absence.
Oh, thank you. Let me go back and heart it. Okay. Thank you. So yeah, first I thought the package was AWOL, but then I noticed that they had it. Okay, thank you very much, Brain Dead. No accountability gang. Well, what does that mean? First of all, that's not entirely true. There is accountability. Yeah, what about the person that's trying to troll Michelle? I mean, are they not also have to take responsibility too? For example, why wouldn't they put their shoes in their own apartments? It's one of the addresses I got from, I think, one of the people. I forgot which one. I have another dress I haven't put on yet, which is a red dress, which is kind of a nice, kind of a semi-formal, nice evening dress. So I got some clothing, so I can say.
Why do you sound out of breath?
What?
She
Why do
just
you
went to the
sound out of breath?
bathroom. She just went to the bathroom, is why.
Oh.
Okay.
It's not like you ran a marathon.
Right. They could easily put their shoes in a cubby, a shoe cubby. If you want to keep it outside, they can put them in a shoe cubby. You know.
Michelle, why don't we build a fort for Krista to live in, like not too far from the house?
Noodles.
Why don't we all
I
go there
already
one
told
weekend?
you. The problem is that she's having a problem with Ray, and she doesn't want to. Alright. 100% says I can guarantee 9.5 by 11, 24 centimeters. Yep, this is tractor feed. Paper, 20 pounds, 92 brightness.
Yeah, Michelle, that area that homeless Mike was living in or whatever, maybe we could take that over and build her like a nice yurt or something. Or a lean-to.
I just think the whole thing just sounds stupid anyway. The fact is that people that person could have contacted Michelle. They could have reached out to her on the phone. Why didn't they bother to do that? Because they're afraid to. Well, this is the stuff. See? This is the paper right here. It's the same as the paper I already have, but this is brand new. So,
Why doesn't Krista just play it cool if Ray comes there and be like, oh hey, I'm just helping I'm just visiting Michelle. Not living here. Just visiting, hanging out.
Because they can't do things like that. They can't keep it.
So I'm ready to come up. All right, hello. Hi, Michelle. How you doing?
Good morning, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, Galaxy Thighs.
Hello. Narcoleptic noodles.
Yeah, I had to carry it up from upstairs because it's. But I can quietly put the new box in the closet or next to where the 2 turntables are right now, since I don't need to use it right now. And
That should last you a lifetime, Michelle. That
oh yeah,
paper.
it will. It will. The show will easily last. The paper will last about another 15 years.
But with that kind of paper, you can't use the other side, can you?
You
'Cause
can
it's
use
all
both
one.
sides.
Can you?
Yeah, just flip it over.
Oh, at the
And then
end.
they
you mean.
refeed it back into the tractors. So yes, you can. In fact, Michelle does that a lot of times. Print documents on 2 sides. That's why you showing to get this printer working, so that she could print documents on front and back. Because she doesn't have a duplex on her existing laser, which is questionably not working consistently.
But you can't print side 1 and side 2.
Not in the same doc, but let's say you
No.
print all the even numbered pages, and then you flip the whole package over, and then you print
Oh,
all the
yeah,
on-side
yeah.
pages.
I see what you mean. That's complicated, but.
And eventually, Michelle does want to consider getting a new laser. Yeah, because the other one is kind of shot anyway. But yeah, I want to get a new Lexmark laser. But the problem is that so many new printers have digital rights management in them now that it's really, really becoming really expensive to buy printers now. Either they got too much DRM and you have to use your company stuff to amortize the cost.
You don't print that much stuff out, Michelle. I don't know what you're printing. You need all this paper.
Right. That's why this is the smallest box I could find was 1,000 sheets. I couldn't find anything smaller than that. I didn't know where my original paper was, and I found it in the underneath where the printer was sitting. So I thought, oh, and I found the paper, but I already ordered this paper. So she's got paper.
Hey, Michelle, don't forget to do the renter's rebate thing on your printer.
Well, I need to print that letter for the landlord to sign too. That's the other reason this printer needs to be working.
Well, you've only got a week, less than a week.
Mojo, did you ever sit on the copier with your butt? That's fun. You ever done that, Michelle? Photocopied your ass?
Photocopy. No, I don't think that would be a good
idea.
Oh,
you haven't lived, Michelle. If you get one of those, what's the first thing you got to do?
Well, I don't think most photocopiers would be able to hold my ass up.
It just has to be on something solid. You got this, Michelle. If you're gonna whine, I'm gonna put you down. Grumpy today.
Yeah.
Pizza? Did you say pizza?
What does radio
Michelle?
What did radio rentals do? Mojo. The rented radios and audio video appliances.
Michelle, did you ever look up what that broadcast center was?
Yeah. I saw. I know. I didn't see it. I didn't look it up, but I can only guess that's where a lot of the major broadcasters are located.
Yeah.
Krista, this might be a perfect opportunity for you to make money on YouTube. You could just go live every day and live from your tent and just collect money.
Like Jose Sanders?
You mean like Elvis Travels used to do, Noodles?
Yeah.
Jose Sanders does that. He doesn't even use tents. He just will go in a tree.
Actually,
and
I don't really know much
tree.
about. Could anyone actually give me more details about Elvis Travels? I only know him by name and some of the basics about him. What is he throwing off of YouTube?
I think he ate a baby or something like that.
Oh, what happened to him?
Okay.
There was videos of him meeting up with kids.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, Chris, you know that that red guy that's in
all right.
like the
Okay, I got you,
the,
Mojo.
the water lines for like the fire extinguishers.
Yeah,
Like, what is that stuff? Is it just dye?
I don't know what it is.
I got some in my fucking eye. Went all over my face and in my eye.
Well, you're not supposed to look down the barrel and pull the trigger.
Thank you, Jam. Thank you, Mojo.
Yeah, Mojo. Brenda, she showed the horses yesterday, as you know.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, Noodles slept through all of it. It was great. It was really nice having your snoring in the background.
Yeah.
Galaxy, honestly, that was the most boring Michelle episode I was.
No, it was not.
I wasn't that bored. It was actually fun.
I loved it.
Michelle had fun, and that's all that matters.
Which one?
Anybody can take a camera and go to the zoo or someplace, and video something. I mean, I thought you had something special. I thought you had your own horse ranch and.
Did
all
you
this
know
different
that the actual very first
That is
video
my
that's
family's ranch.
Chris, do you know
There
that the
was
very
tons of
first
animals.
video
I was
that
literally
ever-
hugging my cousin. You didn't see her? My aunt, my cousin. That's my
Chris,
family.
here's a
I guess
historical
you guys are
here's a-
blind, but it's okay.
Chris, here's a historical fact for you. The very first video on YouTube that still survives was just that. One of the YouTube channel creators went to the zoo and recorded videos of the zoo. It's a 15-minute long video.
I don't know many people that go to the zoo and they actually own the animals in the zoo. But okay, Grizz, keep going.
Shut up,
You didn't know
Galaxy guys.
No, how about you shut up, you fucking narcoleptic freak?
You didn't know any of the animals there either. I mean, that was.
He wasn't
was-
even awake for it. Oh yeah, show her the horses, Galaxy. Show her the horses, and then I'm gonna sleep when you do it. Fuck off.
I passed out.
Fuck you,
You know, I was so
bro. Fuck
comfortable.
off.
You know what it is? It's the dog.
Oh yeah,
Wishbone
whatever.
like lays down next to me, and all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm out.
I'll show Michelle the horses again, but
Such a
you guys
comfortable
can go
dog.
fuck yourselves.
Somebody else's horse.
You can go to the zoo and pay for it. How about that?
This dog's like a teddy bear with bones. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
It's really
you gotta
weird.
pay to go to the zoo.
I
Like, I don't think I'd go to
thought
sleep
seeing
ever
the
without my
horses
wishes.
was nice,
I
actually.
thought it was huge. I thought it was going to be a couple of horses. She's got. I know.
Yeah, it's 10 acres. It's not
massive.
small.
There was animals coming out of the walls.
And the
It was
cats and the
Hey,
rabbits.
and you know what
and
I'm pissed about? You guys didn't remind me about the fucking goats. We have goats, and I didn't even go over there and show you them.
Because
I
we
don't
weren't
know.
thinking.
Maybe Fairy had to take care of
I really
some things.
wasn't. Michelle wanted to see the big rigs, so I showed her those instead.
Oh, happy
She was
birthday,
excited.
Tiger. It's your birthday, huh?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
There's
Tiger,
actually a mini horse in there with the goats too.
Happy birthday to
Tiger, you ain't getting no younger. You better strike while the iron's hot.
More. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah.
And invite me out
Really, I'm getting old.
You're just more of a cougar. It's okay, Tiger.
Yeah.
Ow.
Okay, well, Mojo, in the United States, I never heard of them, but we did have something called Rent-A-Center or RAC, which sounds like similar to that.
I want to hear
Radio
Michelle do the
Shack.
tiger growl again.
Radio Shack, Michelle.
No, see, her store did rentals. Radio Shack didn't do rentals.
Oh.
Michelle, what does a cougar sound like? I've
We
never
should
heard
do
one.
that. That could be a segment, Michelle, where you do animal noises.
It has to, because she's brilliant at it.
Yeah.
She's really
I just
good at
can't
it.
do a horse for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you do a horse?
She tried it the other day.
Eee!
Stop, you were sleeping.
No, I was there for that. Michelle, do a monkey. Do a monkey.
Monkey. I'm already kind of doing the monkey every day. Well, it depends what kind of monkey. Are you doing a pacha monkey? Well, of course I can do a tiger. Why it's not that much different?
I can't hear it. Can you?
No,
That's because you
weird.
got the
No,
noise
that
filtering
I
Tiger.
on.
can't hear.
Was that a mute, Tiger?
That's because I got the noise filtering on. That's why.
Whoa, we can't hear you, Michelle. Take it off.
Take it off. Yeah.
Okay. Well, people heard you did it, says Gemini Gem. Yeah. Everybody on the show heard it though.
Ah, that was like a
Twinkle Meat
silent
didn't hear it.
tiger.
Michelle, what about a crow? Can you do a crow?
Take the noise thing off, though.
All right. First of all, let me switch the microphone around because it's still on the other device anyway. Noise cancellation on. Turn that off. Okay. Okay. First, the cougar and the tiger. A lion.
It's uncanny.
That was great, Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle, what about a crow? Can you do a crow?
Yeah. I guess because my totem animal's the cat anyway.
What kind of noise does a crow make, anyways?
Oh, 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 oh,
Caw, caw. You know what? They actually make another
No, I
noise
don't
that
know how to
sounds
do a
really
NASQ
weird. It's almost like a and it's like it pops. Have you ever heard them make that noise?
Yeah.
No, it must be
Like a
some
mating call or
crow.
some shit. No, they do it outside my house every day. They're crows.
Hmm.
Deadass. Google it.
I believe it.
Oh,
It's a really
Noodles,
weird ass noise. I didn't know what it was for like a long time, and I kept looking out the window, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's the bird."
I saw the lion thing you did, Noodles, with Michelle's lion. It's pretty good.
Yeah, Moose put that together for us.
Hey,
You did
Noodles,
great. Well done, Moose.
if you do work with Krista, you would actually have a couple benefits that you may never have thought about. Number one, she can make you a nice home cooked meal. For one thing.
Dude, ostriches even make noises?
And she can help you touch up your house and keep your house tidy.
Well, Michelle, I want to be honest with you. Michelle, Krista, no offense, right? I don't know what the problem is, right? And I wouldn't know what to do if you needed help. I'm just being honest.
Well, why don't you give out your phone number so she can reach you? I know you can have that on
All right,
my show
Krista,
many
ready?
times.
It's 551-588-1616. 551-588-1616.
Okay, I gotta restart my Google Meets.
I mean, it's none of my business, but I think she needs to be in Connecticut, close to her kids.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
It's still close enough. She can get close to the kids. She can always take the bus.
She doesn't have a car anymore. It's total. So she's got no wheels.
Here's the other thing, Michelle. What if she needs to see her kids, and I'm like at work, and she's like, "Dave, listen, I need to go see my kids." That means I gotta like, I would do it, Chris. Trust me, I would do it, but it's not like a convenient thing, for either of us.
Well,
it's not like.
I think right now what Chris is saying is listen, Noodles, I need a place to sleep. I need a place to worry about me right now. My kids are safe. They have places to stay. I don't. So that's what she seems to be implying.
All right. Okay. So then let me ask everyone here. What would you guys do? Seriously, I mean, what would you do if she lived right around the corner?
I probably would have.
In my case, she literally does live around the corner, so.
So it would only be a temporary thing. It's just putting a Band-Aid over the problem while she's...
I already explained my situation, so I'll let you guys explain it from your
Well,
own.
you could help somebody, but it'd come with stipulations, just like Tigers
Yeah,
would. You need to
that's...
limit the time, and she needs to be actively looking for something to help herself. Like you
Okay,
don't
so then,
just
all
come
right,
in
let's
and
play
sit and do
this game.
nothing.
All right, let's say you give her a month. All right,
Yeah.
nothing happens in that month. What are you doing? Saying, get the fuck out of here, Krista.
Well, let's put it this way, Noodles. If nothing
Then at
happens
that
and you're
point,
still
she gets
getting
the
it, and
driveway.
think of this, Noodles. If nothing happens and you're still getting $500 a month rent, I wouldn't complain because you're a landlord and you're getting a nice little tidy income to pay your
Well,
mortgage and your
500
taxes.
is not a nice little tidy. It's a very...
500 ain't shit, Michelle. Are you serious?
That's not a lot of rent money.
It's not a lot of money, but that's what she can afford. Then, because she doesn't make what I make. She makes half of what I make. She makes about $850 a month.
It'd cover her basics, though, and she gets food stamps, so she really doesn't need
Yeah,
any...
she would have to reapply in New Jersey, but that's...
Oh, shit. She wouldn't even get her money for her food.
She would still get... She would still get her...
Let's have sex.
It really depends on the state, and if they decide to support her from state to state, it would depend on each state's local.
Right. If she's going to stay in New
food
Jersey
stamp.
long term, yes, she would have to transfer her case over. But
Yeah, it's doable, but she would have to be on top of paperwork, and she's not even on top of paperwork looking for a homeless
she can do
shelter.
that. She can do
How
that.
did you only apply at one, though? When you call 211, they give you a list of places. You should be on multiple lists, or still, instead of being on this show, you should be writing down what 211 gives you and be calling places. Go find an affordable housing or transitional housing. Those things exist.
She's already done that, Michelle.
That's okay, Gizzy. Welcome to the
Right?
show.
Well, then if she's done all of that, there's nothing you can do but wait.
Yep.
All right, so I need a woman to take care of my house. I also need a woman that's going to take care of me. Krista, I'm going to be completely honest with you. You're no longer married to Ray. You might have to do certain things for me, Krista. $500 is nothing, just like Tiger Kitty said.
Well, the point is, Noodles, is that you two can discuss that in private. You don't have to bring it up on my show. The point is she needs a place right now, and she doesn't. I don't know what she's willing to do other than offer money, but that's between you and her.
Thank you, Braindead.
She's not moving to Noodles. She's not moving to New York. She's going to stay close to where her little girl is. That's where she's needed.
What about the other kids that are living with mom?
They're living with her mother, so she's still close to them too.
They don't need a mom. They don't need a dad.
I
think it's a valid question that was just smoothed over.
They all, all kids need their parents, but she's
So why isn't she living close to those other two, Grizz?
She's in a bad.
Answer that shit.
She's in a bad. You got to make it better.
Oh, shit's getting emotional now, huh? When it's coming from a mom asking real questions.
Oh, how about a sexy mom asking or performing fellatio, and basically living at someone's house for free.
Don't try and skip over the question.
I know
she's fucked up with the other kids, and she's doing it with this one, and you guys are avoiding it. But it's okay.
Mom has to do what a mom's got to do.
It's okay. Fuck the other kids, right? But let's stay close to this one.
Right now, the Torrington YMCA has no rooms for rent. The Winston YMCA has no rooms
care
for
about her
rent.
kids. Just go fucking figure something out for yourself then. Sorry, stating the obvious. They have shelters for women and children, so if you actually cared about your kids, you take them with you.
I don't know. There's a little bit different reason why I feel uncomfortable living with her. With me, is the fact is number one, it puts me in a really bad spot for many reasons.
Not look after her child on her own. She cannot have sole custody of the child on her own.
Okay,
not-
so then
mentally-
why does it matter where she moves at this point? The children obviously are not a concern.
No.
So take care of yourself.
No, you're not getting what I'm saying.
I am getting what you're saying, Tiger.
You cannot
Fuck
be
the
the
kids,
one.
take care of yourself.
She cannot be
It
the
doesn't
one
mean
in
that she can live in a
charge
place
of
where she
children.
can still enjoy her visitation rights.
I feel for the kids.
I do.
Take care
I
for
really-
adults that can take care of themselves.
Maybe you guys should talk to her about doing the whole, live-in girlfriend type deal with me, and I'd probably be better than Ray at providing for her.
That's your deal. You get on the phone with her.
I mean,
Not-
why?
not
Like,
much
do you think
better,
it would be a bad thing if she was my girlfriend while she lived there? Or? All right, I'd be good.
Yeah, I do. She's a vulnerable person.
Well, vulnerable people have no business having kids then. Oh shit, did that fall out of my mouth again? I'm sorry.
I don't think she can have any more.
Thank God.
Yeah, she would make a good wife as long as she didn't hit.
Oh my God.
You like hitting, Noodles. You said you like arguing and hitting and a bit violent.
Exactly. Move her into the basement so she can spit on you every morning. Let's do it. Yeah.
Just what you need.
She still has to get a divorce, though. So, if
That costs money, Michelle.
if she's
It's very
in a battered
expensive to get a
situation,
divorce.
here's the thing that worries me: if she's in a battered or battering situation, she has to be able to file for divorce.
So is Ray beating her or is she beating Ray?
Well, Ray,
I don't know. I know we call her beating him, but whatever he beating her. I mean, it could be both ways.
She's saying that every time like he gets in a bit of a mood with her or something, he threatens the police on her, calls her crazy, and says she's going to get arrested. And it makes
here's the thing: you can't arrest somebody unless they actually put hands on you and there's a mark left. So did she actually do that? Because maybe he needs to get kicked out then.
Yeah, in the
past, Krista.
In the past, she has.
Kick Ray out. Call the cops on him and get rid of him. If he's the problem, it seems like when everybody goes around this place, everybody's like, Ray's an asshole. Did you guys notice when Golden went? Ray's an asshole. Maybe it's not fucking Krista. Maybe it's Ray. Fuck Ray.
Maybe since
Put Ray in the jail.
Ray's not the one doing the beating, so why should he be kicked out? He's the one who's paying the whole rent right now for the apartment because she's been incapable of doing it for all those months.
Oh, I didn't know about that. She won't talk about it, so I guess Michelle knows more about this than you do.
Well, you can discuss it with her in the Discord in more detail, but I understand
Well, here's the thing, Michelle. She's coming in here asking for help, but then giving us half-ass details of the situation. Are you being beat? Are you unsafe? Like, you need to be forthcoming with those things. You can't just, I need help, and this is why. No, like, you need to tell us why you need actual help. Is he beating on you? Then tell us. Because if he is, that opens more options for her.
Well, if she keeps getting arrested because of battery, she's gonna end up in the clink. And that means she's going to be in a penal system.
It goes both ways.
And a penal system doesn't care if you're homeless or not.
That part.
Well, does Ray have a restraining order on Krista?
David, that might be true. But she is a combatant. She's the one that's doing it, not him.
She's saying she's not going back because he keeps threatening to call the police and calling her crazy and saying she's going to get arrested, and it makes her anxious when he's doing that, and it's not helping her nerves and her anxiety. So
sounds like they're not working
into hospital
I agree with
her
you,
nerves. This is what I'm getting. He puts her back to hospital with her nerves, and then she comes out again, and it happens again, and she's back in hospital because Ray's making her anxious.
Okay.
But since Ray's not actually breaking the law, he didn't lift a hand against her, so therefore he can't ever arrest him. He's not guilty.
Well, wait a second,
Well,
Michelle. He didn't stole
no.
that floor. No.
You can abuse somebody without lifting a hand. It's called mental abuse. What is he telling her that you guys aren't hearing?
It could be mental abuse. You're right. We don't know what the scoring
Yeah,
is.
I've been in that relationship, so don't say that you need to lift a hand to be
With the
abusive.
Brazilian?
No.
That's one of the
No,
reasons why she wants to take accountability and get out of Dodge, which I understand that. But the thing is, there's no place in Dodge to go. She doesn't have the money. There's no housing. Where's she going to go?
She needs to look into something. She got herself into this situation. Get yourself out of it. Maybe change your attitude. Like Stan said, don't be such a bitch.
Galaxy,
you need to start appreciating what people are doing for you before it's gone.
How did he pass away?
Huh?
How did he pass away?
He got sick and didn't take care of it. He actually had renal failure that turned into heart failure, but he ended up dying from sepsis from an infection. Cut his leg.
That's right. I think he told us that.
Yeah, it's his own fault. Fucking dumbass. When you get hurt, go to the hospital. Otherwise, you can end up dying if you already have underlying conditions. Keep that in mind, guys.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad.
And then they offered to cut his leg off, and then his family, who was conservatorship of them, ended up saying, no, don't do it, when he was in an induced coma. So yeah, there's trauma there.
Did you have kids with him?
Yeah, my oldest is his kid. And then his family turned around and tried to take me to court to see her. To see her. Grandparent rights.
Oh, wow.
And they sat in there and they hired a lawyer, and I didn't have shit, and they lost. So go ahead and come try me when it comes to court. I'm a fucking lawyer, bitch.
Relax.
Exactly. No, I'm not going to relax because I'm not dumb. That's the thing, is people sit here and they think I'm a stupid person, and I'm not.
You know what?
Why do you think when Stan brings up shit about court, I can answer the questions? I'm not dumb.
I'm going to kick your fucking ass, Galaxy.
Go for it. Been kicked all my life. Keep going.
Sorry.
I'm not. I'm more sorry for my kid who doesn't have a dad.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Brad.
Thank you very much, Bradley. I appreciate that ever so much. I would click the heart on there, but there's no heart icon. Oh, yes, there's a heart icon. It's just not those heart icons. Whatever. They click the hearts out there. There you go. There you go. Boop, 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 boop. There you go. Is it memberships doesn't have a heart icon on it. Thank you very much.
Why can't I ever find the right type of love, Michelle? It's always like these hoes. It's like they don't really care.
You know, Noodles, you're not the only one in the world that's asking that question. I could just tell you. Remember, there's an old famous song says, looking for love in all the wrong places. It might be what part of the problem is.
You think I should be going to church?
Well, you might find a nice lady at church. That's an idea. If you're in, I mean, it could be a good thing for you to look into that option.
Noodles, let's face it, Cassandra's the best that you can do.
I got a big hot date Friday night with Cassandra. I'm gonna break it again. This chick won't stop. I could break every date with her, and she still calls me. She's like, "Oh, David."
The truth is, Doodle, she sees you as a walking ATM. That's really.
Yeah, I know.
Don't rub it in.
Yeah. Try to forget about it.
Well, you need to put a notice on the ATM that says ATM is out of order.
And then, that fucking foxy as fuck E, like, totally, like, fucking cock teased me to no
Which
end.
is, I thought you guys were hanging out together.
And then, there's other chicks that they're a bunch of cock teasers.
Well, you suggested something that might be a possibility. Go to your local church. They usually have like refreshments and things in the churches. Sometimes coffee times after service. Why not go see if we can meet a nice lady? Just talk about everyday stuff and see if you and her may actually have a chance.
Because those chicks don't put out, Michelle.
Well,
See,
Noodles, if
your
you're
job's a
looking for a
problem,
long-term relationship with benefits, then that may actually work out fantastic for you.
A lot of people meet women at work and stuff, but your job is very male. So
it's always been like that.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, could you see a woman working with a jackhammer? I mean,
No.
I know some women love working with jackhammers, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of women on his job that he's probably going to be interested in dating that's going to be working with the kind of machinery he does.
Right.
There's women, they just don't like me, Michelle. It's fucking weird.
I'll write the jackhammer.
Shut up, guys.
It depends.
Yeah,
I mean,
you set that one up perfectly. Nobody took it, Michelle. Sorry, I had to.
Well, why don't you offer to blow me, Galaxy? I don't know. Like, I mean, you know me pretty well. Just a blowjob.
Will you give him a
maybe that's
blowjob?
I agree with you. A church could
No.
be, but is that what Noodles wants, or does he want bad to the bone? That's the question.
I already have somebody I give blowjobs to.
Such a spoiled brat.
Are you jealous that he gets some and you don't?
A little bit.
I gave him one right before he left work this morning. Happy. What is it? Happy. It's not happy wife, happy life. No, you got to switch it for the man.
Yep.
We got to think of a motto.
Bianca, how you doing today? Good morning, Bianca. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Bianca.
I was really hoping you were going to be awake yesterday so I could pretend to be richer than.
Yeah, that's actually what the song "Looking for." That's what the song "Looking for Love" is actually talking about. Is that the person found the right person in their lives, but they were originally looking in all the wrong places, and the opportunity just happened to land smack dab right in front of them. The same thing could happen to you too, Noodles.
Oh shit! When he comes home today, don't worry, Fairy. I'll tell him his jackhammer's
I'm glad
great.
you know you're good, Bianca. So apparently we lost a like for some reason. Ooh. Well.
Bum. It was probably Krista. Come back, Krista.
Maybe, but I mean, I don't know. Put some likes in the like chart, guys. Let's try to reverse that trend. Let's get to.
It's probably out on the wire. I'll bet you it was him, Michelle. Those Canadians, man. They can't see very good. He probably meant to hit the like and he hit the down one instead. Oh, you want some of these?
Sorry, I hadn't hit the like, Michelle.
So you got one reason to now.
It was Tiger Kitty. She did it. Everybody hit that like. Michelle wants some likes.
It helps with engagement because what it does is it shows YouTube that people do want to participate in the show, and then that puts the video more in the recommendations for people.
Easy.
And it doesn't cost you a dime. Likewise with the subs too. Yeah.
Oh, Bianca, Krista's looking for somewhere to stay, a room. She's going to be homeless. Well, she is homeless. She's
right now got temporary housing, but I don't know for how long. That's all I know.
She said she's staying with a friend, Michelle. So that friend is probably giving her a time limit.
Well, just tell Krista I'm looking for a place to stick my dick, and she's looking for a place to live. I got the bed.
it's
Got
awful.
the wet.
About what
Hey, man, when that time limit runs out and she gets desperate, maybe what push comes to shove, Tiger.
Mommy's gotta do what mommy's gotta do. Right, Krista?
I'd rather stay in Noodle's basement than on the fucking corner in a box. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I wonder if Chris is in
If I had to pick between the two, I'd pick his basement. I'm just saying.
Right, like when I come downstairs, I'm like, ha 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 ha. And I walk step by step by step. She knows what's about to happen. I'm like,
Daddy's here.
Oh, Krista.
Thank you very much.
Krista.
Daddy Noodles has arrived.
She's probably gonna have to change her image and get some sexy clothing and
That's
grow
absolutely
her
true,
hair
Gaming
long.
Fairy. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, Barry's honestly not wrong.
I'm going to be. I'm going to mute my mic. I've got to go to take the dog to the vet, but I'll still be on panel here listening.
All right.
Can
Let's put
Krista
it
come
this
live
way,
with you,
Noodles.
Grizz? Aw, he
Noodles, how
left.
compatible are you with Libra? She's a Libra. You're a Capricorn.
So,
I mean, are the two signs compatible? I mean,
Michelle, my dick don't care about her being a Libra.
I know Capricorn and Virgo can get along pretty well. Capricorn and Taurus can get along pretty good, but Capricorn and Libra, she's the scales. So theoretically, yes, she could get along with you, but I mean, not perfectly. She's an air sign. You're an earth sign. You two are gonna end up making dust.
Justin is on the way to the slingshot competition.
Well, man, I'm an air sign. I'm an Aquarius. You're a Virgo, and we make dust too, but we make nice dust. Yeah, it's true. But we also known each other since I was 5. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I thought the competition was next month.
Oh, speaking of
Like
Slingshot Warrior, what's the story with him? The competition's this week. Coming up. It's the 29th is Friday. How is he going to get there? Did he get everything squared away for transportation?
Of course not, Michelle. No one's gonna see it happen. He's gonna. This is the thing. When you go get a hotel, they want like $500 down. Like they hold that from you. He doesn't have a
and a credit card too.
Yeah,
they need a credit card in case of damages too.
It's not happening. He might have money for a hotel, but they're not going to give him the hotel room. He's going to come with another extra $500 that they're going to hold on to for like a month.
$500 for a hotel? Oh.
They may not. It might not be the $500, but he's definitely going to need to show a credit card, and I don't think he has that.
Well, they are going to charge a reservation fee. You bet they will.
Exactly. How is he going to do that without a card?
Exactly. It's what I mean. It's tomorrow. How is he going to get there?
Oh god, it's going to be fun to watch, though. Is he live streaming this shit?
So that's the thing. Like he's not even going to do that. He's going to fuck the whole thing up.
What? He's not even going to like film what he's doing?
No, and this is the thing. Like I don't think. Hopefully, nobody donated to this. Because
What would be the point of
Okay.
donating if you can't even watch what he's doing?
Because I was supposed to go with him.
Let's put it this way: if he got donations and he's not able to make it, then what's his backup plans? Is he going to give the money back? Is he going
No.
to use the money for other things that make it?
He's going to buy a bunch of gas masks and pocket knives, Michelle.
And
do you
he's meeting him there, apparently.
He's gonna buy a Chinese girl robot. That's what he's gonna buy.
She did say she was with Bubbles, but I don't know if that's...
Yeah. None of that is happening, Tiger Kitty.
I don't know if Ian. I haven't seen Ian in a long time.
She left with Bubbles.
Yeah, I know
Ann
that.
comes to my channel. I see her all the time.
Really? She
Yeah.
didn't like you? That's strange.
Why won't
guess
you
you
come
gotta
to
go
my
somewhere.
channel?
What's that?
Why doesn't she come to my channel?
Because of what you did to them.
I didn't do anything to them. It was Red that got into a row with Bubbles, not me.
It was all of us. But no one got in a thing with Anne. Anne just... Wow.
It's also Nads. Galaxy Thighs.
She
Other
didn't.
Change my name back to that. Got you.
Because
Yeah,
I
it
think
says
I
the
think
29th to
Sunshot
the
Warrior
31st.
kind of got the date wrong, and he just kept saying next month, and so he decided to keep saying the next month.
It's May 29th to the 31st. I'm looking at the Facebook page right now.
I think it's going to rain
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow.
She is right. It's this weekend. He kept saying it was in June and July. Oh, that's so fucking funny, dude. Like when he was asking for donations, he was literally telling people it was next month. Oh wait, I got it wrong. Oh god.
So I was supposed to be doing all these good for everyone, right? And all you fucking bitches and hoes watch it happen, and I don't get anything? No. It's not gonna happen anymore. TV is gonna be bad. Because girls love bad boys. They respect bad boys. So David Buldo is going bad.
Start dating women now, like Ray.
Well, like I said, I don't really know what the answer is. Clearly, he's got to figure out what he's gonna do, because now if he got donations, and I know he was trying to get some. What's his backup plans for the money? I mean, if he can't go, what's he gonna do with the money? Is he gonna start refunding everybody? Is he gonna ask them, guys, unfortunately I couldn't make it. What should I do with the money now? Do you want me to send it back to you? Could you?
No.
I mean, I know that if it was me, I would probably be telling you guys, I couldn't make it. I tried, and do you want me to start sending you refunds? That's what I would have said to him. That's what I said to you guys if it was me. I would have said, do you want me to start sending you refunds? But I don't know.
Because that's you, Michelle, not him. At least you know right from wrong.
Yeah.
You know what, Nads? You're a pathetic piece of shit, Nads. Why don't you take this Krista in, Nads? Another
the shrimp.
bitch
Is she
that
calling
promised
your
me
you
pussy.
know what, a shrimp?
Yeah, another bitch that promised me pussy.
That's what the shrimp emoji is. Now I get it.
If he can make it, that's wonderful. But we'll see what happens. But the point is, if he couldn't, I know I would have been devastated if I was him, but that's just me.
Noodle should apologise for peeing on your neighbour's shoes, Michelle. That's
And
what
blaming Rusty. And blaming Rusty for that shit. Poor Rusty. It was Noodles all along.
Noodles in his piss bucket or his piss jug. Oh.
Yeah, it was sloshed in the jug everywhere, and it just got all over their shoes. Michelle, do you have any Asians that live in your apartment complex?
No.
Who has their shoes outside?
That's the building next door. I don't know anything about the people next door.
Oh, gotcha. Oh no, I just think it's odd to leave your shoes outside. Maybe it's just me.
Michelle, it ain't the ones on top of Krista's, because they weren't very nice to Krista. Do you remember? She was always falling out with them, the people that lived on top Krista's house.
Yeah. I think there's 4 apartments in the
What
building.
about F. Boney?
On
What
the
about F.
ground
Boney?
floor, there's Krista's husband, Ray, and her daughter, and then Ebony in the apartment next door. The 2 apartments above them, I don't know who lives there.
Yeah, well, the one directly above Krista, they didn't get on with her. Because I know they kept trying to call. They're the ones that started calling the police over them fighting.
Yeah, they did. So how do you know they
You
may
did
not
say I'm
decide,
racist,
since Chris is a friend of mine, not to piss me off and try to get me involved with this?
Well, that's a good point. Now I think about it. Yeah, it could be just a nasty neighbor.
See, Brain, I'm white. I'm automatically born racist. Doesn't matter if I make that joke or not.
Well, we can't.
I was just pointing out the mannerisms of Asians. They leave their shoes outside. That's normal. If that's racist, so be it. But I could get much worse.
Yeah. Well, guys, it is 1:08.
All right, Michelle.
We had a good show.
Funny Nut Trivia time.
I know it wasn't as fun as
Nappy time.
I know it wasn't as fun as
Nap time.
Yeah, I know the show wasn't as fun as yesterday's show. And it was nice that, Michelle, you showed us the horses and the cats and the bunnies, and I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
did you decide what cat you want, Michelle? You like that big black fluffy one. I replayed it and I watched.
I like the black and white one.
There's a couple of those. We got a lot of the black and white ones.
Cow cat. I like.
You got a couple cute tiger cats too.
Ricky, a cat.
Yeah.
What?
You mean the big black cat? Yeah, the big cougar cat. I gotta call him a cougar because he's big. He's bigger than Rusty. I wonder what Rusty would say about him.
You like Fat Tail. That's his name. Did you know that, Michelle?
Yeah.
So my cousin's dad, who passed away, he left them those cats. So I don't know if she'll part with those ones. But I could ask.
Those things are expensive, those Maine Coons.
He found those in his barn. So I don't know.
Well, maybe we can find a local animal shelter that may have a cat or something that we could
He
arrange.
is huge, though. Like, I mean, he was bigger than my dog.
He's bigger
like
than
a
Rusty.
terrier.
He's way bigger than Rusty.
Yeah. He would fuck Rusty up, Michelle. I don't know if we should set him up like that.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Rusty will have some pee competition for the shoes.
I don't think Rusty really has been doing that, but there definitely would be a question of playing who's king in the apartment. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com. Oh, yeah. I know about that
That's
dating
right.
site. Yes, Chris,
That's how
I know
I found my
all about
husband.
that.
No, I'm just kidding.
They also have one, Gaming Radio, they also have one for Christian singles, too. So, Noodles, or you can even check out ChristianSingles.com. Find it, if that's what you want to do with.
Thank you, Mojo. Mojo defends me every time. Is that racist to say that Asians put their shoes outside, Noodles?
I don't know. I think everything's racist.
I think it's a compliment. Like they're cleaner than us. How is that racist?
That's not racist.
I respect it. But it's because I'm white and I said it that it's automatically racist, right? I'm tired of that shit.
I don't worry. That might be true. I don't know. It depends. They're kind of like Michelle. They're used to being outdoors and they're used to being independent. So being stuck in an apartment with not a cat.
Well, here's the thing. Those cats, the ones that are the black ones, they don't come out where we have them inside in there. They stay in that little place. Yeah. You know how they were inside?
Right.
They got their like cat tree. They got their food in there. They have their litter boxes in there. It's like a little cat sanctuary.
So they stay in that one place. They're the indoor cats.
All of those cats were rescued, and all of the dogs that they have came from the riverbed. Like, you guys don't understand. They're all rescues. A lot of the horses that are there are rescues, too. My horse was a rescue. She didn't come from a sale barn that's where my horse was literally at a sale barn for a month, and previously she was in a pasture for 3 years.
I'm not showing off.
She was 200 pounds underweight, all kinds of shit.
Anyway, guys, the thing is Michelle's got to use the bathroom, and at the same time, we might as well just wrap it up.
I thought you just went to the bathroom.
Great day.
Got to go again.
All right, so everybody, I wanted to say thank you all for coming up on the show today, Michelle, and playing Turtle Wild with me and Fairy and Brain Dead last night. We are playing again on Friday. Okay, so thank you for being up,
complete more than one quest.
Yeah, I'll just quietly drop out so you guys can talk amongst yourselves if you want. All right, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye-bye, panel. Okay, so we had a good show, and we did, and I'm very happy with that. So some of the stuff that we brought up, we're gonna sort out eventually. Bradley, I gotta use the bathroom. Okay, I gotta put this printer paper away. Oh, thank you so.
I'm on Cape Cod and you're not.
I understand that. Thank you for the super chat, though. And I still gotta get this printer video done. I complain saying I was gonna do this printer video, and I got a song video to do. I gotta get that done, and I do want to get outside. The sun's shining. I keep saying that. So. All right, so want to give a quick blessing? Absolutely. May all of you have a nice, safe day, stay out of trouble, and may you always find a place to sleep. Sounds good. And also, don't forget to always keep in mind who's your friends and respect those people that help you. Even if sometimes they don't always have the same viewpoint. But we know that they care about you, and you always keep them in your prayers. The service is done. Go out, peace, love, kindness, and don't forget to party on, dude. And everybody, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summer.